Hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. It is, what is it, Saturday night?
It's Saturday night.
It's Saturday night. I just spent the last 5 crazy hours in a 5, 10, 25 cash game. Max buy-in, $3,000. Matched the stack after that. And we had $92,000 on the table.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It was ridiculous.
And you're marathoning it today here.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. That's fine. I'm just like, wow, this is so crazy.
That's nuts.
It was insane. It was like it was cooler after cooler, and aces versus kings, and Frankie flops an ace, and I'm like, okay, well, this hand's done. King's not doing well. King kind of like c-bets, and then bets the turn, just small bet, and river hits his king. And it all goes in for a 15K pot. It was so brutal. And then a couple hours later, Frankie from Next Gen played perfect poker. Ace-king raises, gets called by pocket fours, flops a king, bets it. Pocket fours calls him. Turn comes out, he bets 800, pocket fours calls him, rivers a 4.
Oh, that's just the worst.
And you know,
poor Frankie.
I literally was like, I feel queasy about all of these
just brutal.
Kings versus queens. Gigi, who's the first time on a stream, he buys in for 2K, runs it up to like 2,800, loses it all in one hand, pre-flop, kings against queens against ace king folds pre. And then the same guy has kings against queens again. Guy hits a queen. It was just phenomenal. Crazy, crazy games. But now we've got a $300 Deepstack tournament, 30K starting stack, 30-minute levels. It's a really good structure.
Yep.
We just hit the final table. It was actually a double bust out, so we were scrambling at the end. I thought we had a couple minutes, and like, all right, we're here. And I'm like, whoa, we were at 12 like 3 minutes ago. You're like, yeah, double bust out, let's go.
That's great.
So we scrambled, got these guys going. We're down to 8 people here at the final table now.
Well, and I did not anticipate to be in here tonight.
I know.
But you know, I was here, and you needed another person, and so I'm glad. And honestly, I'll say this just so that I can have a little bias here, so everybody knows. But an old friend of mine.
Yes.
This is his first time ever at Poker House. He came out tonight to play this tournament because this is what he wants to do, is play tournaments. And lo and behold, he made the final table, and I said, I can't pass up a chance to commentate when he's on the final table. I could have done it alone. I'd rather not. Yeah.
And I saw you out there, and I was like, hey, but then I saw you had a big chip stack, and I was like, if this table's good, I don't even want to ask you. You're like, no, this is a good table.
It was a good table. And I was
like,
you know what though? I need to be disciplined, because here's what happens. As I sit out there, and then somebody coolers me, and I lose all that. So what? I've been playing since 4 o'clock this afternoon, so it's probably just as well that
it looked like you were doing well, and I didn't want to.
No, it was a good day for me. I needed it because yesterday was brutal.
But no surprise. If you guys watched Thursday, you saw Gary Six Killer, you saw Alex Lee, you saw all these heroes. They're back. Of course they are. It's a final table at Poker House Live. Gary Six Killer actually has some chips now. He was super short stacked on Thursday. Alex, he's short stacked again. He's come to the final table, but he's got 8 big blinds instead of 1.5 that he had Thursday. I expect them to make some money. We, with 58 players, scheduled to pay out 10%, which is 6 players.
Right.
They got to the final table. First place hit the F5 button to refresh that. First place was $5,400. Here, the keyboard, F5.
Yeah, right.
Bink. There you go. Did it work?
Nope. It did not.
All right. Well, we won't worry about that because I've got my own payouts. And so before we started, they said, hey, let's listen to this now. Thumbs up and go. All right. Thumbs up. Let's go. So anyway, let's look at these payouts real quick.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
And what they said is, hey, guys, let's take 300 off of first. And give it to 8th. Let's take 300 off a second and give it to
So
7th.
everybody makes a little money.
7th and 8th both get their
That's
money
great.
back.
That's awesome.
And,
I love that. I really do. I love that.
And we're good to go. And that's better for, everybody's happy. Now,
Right.
There's nothing worse than playing all day and making $0. So
Look here now. Oh, we got match. We got
I'm gonna
some
pop
big
this
stacks
off
in there.
just a
Goodness.
second. Yeah, let's let this first hand play out, and then I'll pull up those chip stacks again. All right. So Michael makes it 1,500 to go. Michael's new to the room. He stopped in and talked to me this morning
Nice.
before the tournament started, and he said, "This is the nicest room I've been in."
Oh, that's great.
And he had a lot of complimentary stuff to say. And Stanley gets it all. And the judge, your friend, called him Jack 10 suited in the small blind.
I think that's reasonable given the chip
Stanley-
stacks here.
Stanley's been here before a lot. He ships it in with ace jack. They both fold, and he picks up a nice little pot there. And there's our chip counts now. So we got 117 big blinds.
Right.
In tournaments, I like to show how many big blinds
I
we have
think
because
that's
that's
great.
very relevant.
Yeah, it sure is.
469,000 chips. Walter has 417,000 chips. Let's pull that back up here for a second. And what's up? Are we breaking stuff? There we go. Eddie, the Asian sensation, training Alayla on Action Tracker today.
So the judge is my old friend that I was talking about. So really cool that he's gotten in here for this final table. That's really nice for him. And he said the same kind of things that Michael said. He'd not been here before and just was really impressed by the place. So that's really great.
Is that computer plugged into the... Oh, of course it is. Never mind. That was a dumb question because the internet's running right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the clock is running over here. So
Yeah, it should pop up on here, and it didn't, so I was wondering why. But that's okay. So Stanley in the small blind. Limps in with 9 deuce. 6 killer with pocket 2s in early position, just calls. We got a jack 8-5. Bajan in the big blind hits top pair. He's going to lead out. He's got 35 big blinds. That's a good stack for a final table. Six killer lets it go, and Stanley lets it go. On to the next hand. Now.
So we've only got we've really only got one player that's short, Alex. Everybody else has at least reasonable stacks that they can play with, particularly really the bottom two are not are the only ones that are even close to short. Everybody else has got above 30 big blinds, which is
Yeah,
what that tells me is that the structure is right.
It evens itself out. Tournament play will plateau until they get short enough that they have to force, and then they'll lose a few players, and then now the blinds go up, and then they get short, and then they'll lose a few players.
Yeah.
And that's the way tournaments are designed to be.
Sure.
We just happened to have a couple of coolers or whatever it was. I wasn't watching, but we lost 4 players in 10 minutes, like I said, and there we are. All of a sudden, everybody's deeper than normal. Bajan with pocket 8s decides to shove in 35 big blinds. I don't love it. It's going to work right now, but that's way too deep.
That's a little deep for that
to start shoving.
Yeah.
Especially when 5 people limp in. Now I can take both sides of it and say, with all these limpers, I'm just going to pick up the pot because nobody showed aggression. But on the other side, there's a lot of guys that are going to trap with big hands, and you just
Especially
ran into
this deep, right?
You're never getting called by somebody worse than pocket 8s.
That's exactly
and you're
right.
never going to get somebody with aces, kings, queens to fold.
Right. Yeah.
You're risking the risk versus reward is not there, in my opinion.
I agree with you. 35 big blinds is too deep to be shoving.
He could have got the same information by going, let's say, 5 big blinds.
Yeah, which is that's fairly large, but
It is,
that's
but
large
with all
enough to
these
get all the
people-
information.
Right.
Yeah.
With all these people coming in, I don't mind a big raise, but 35, you risk your entire stack.
Yeah, I would not put my
with
tournament
2 8s.
life in jeopardy there for that.
Change my friend Nick's on-stream name. What's his name? And the problem is JSCO. I don't know you. You could be trolling Nick and call him like, lover boy or something.
Platypus.
And
yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna do that.
I actually am not gonna call him the platypus.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
Not today. Next time.
Yeah.
Next time I'll talk to him. Michael, my guy, who I told you came in here, told me what a beautiful room is, and he's got pocket kings in the small blind.
Wow. He's deep here.
Stanley makes it 11,000. The blinds are 2,000, 4,000.
So that's reasonable. So I think a good 3-bet here is for sure needed here. What does he go to? Looks like about 50 or 60?
50.
50K.
50K. That's what a troll would say. Jisco. I want to buy a vowel. Jisco.
I think this is a fairly easy fold here. Yeah.
Oh, for sure it
Yeah.
is. For sure it is.
Yep. No problem. Eric's going to step out for just a second while we were in between the hands here. Nice to see our viewers here tonight. We got a bunch of our regulars in here. I see Lego and TLS and Frank. So a bunch of regulars in here that I just glanced up and looked at. Thank you guys so much for joining us, getting us a late night here on the Poker House live stream. And Eric's been streaming for hours and hours. So he's really hitting the marathon here tonight. We appreciate him and Poker House for getting these live streams going just one after the other today. So it's been a big day here at Poker House. And I noticed the room was really full here too. So we got a bunch of cash games running. So if you're in the mood, Saturday night, still plenty of time to get out here and play.
Yeah, they've got a packed room out there.
Yeah, we do. We got a bunch of games
9
running.
tables going.
Yep.
And there's an open seat on table 4. That's a soft
Yep.
table. I mean, you had piles. I'm just kidding. I don't know how soft it was.
It was pretty soft, I have to say.
All right. R.C. Goodwin says, Nick the platypus is a dog. Jim, all right. 3 of you said it. I'm going to have to believe you now. If it was just one, I wouldn't do it. But with 3 of you guys saying it's facts, in 10 minutes, it will be called the platypus.
Okay, we're going to go with it.
I can't believe one of you, but if 3 of you are going to vouch for this guy, now, you guys that's a great troll if all of you ganged up on me. Good job.
That would be an epic troll. That's troll level 5,000 there. Now look at this hand. We got 6 killer in here with the 10s, and he's
6 killer.
he calls.
See, now here's the exact situation where 6 killer could limp in, and if you piled it in with 2 8s, you just lose your whole stack.
Yeah.
6 killer's great at that.
And he fires at it here with that king on the board. That's really strong. It's going to really make Bijan think, what can happen here? And he makes a good fold. Yeah. Well, he didn't have a pair, but that's still very, very good by Gary there. He knows what to do. He's been at this final table a number of times.
Yeah, Lego says it's the same guy with 3 fake accounts. I mean, I know there's some guys that make fake accounts to come on here and troll.
That's right. I saw Steve Justice in the chat here a minute ago too. Hey, Steve.
All right.
If you're checking in with us from outside of DFW, let us know where you're from. We want to see those folks from out of town. Let us know where you're watching from tonight.
And like the stream.
Yes, please hit that like button.
It does great stuff. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't before.
Yes, please.
No, I believe you. But my Tommy gun doesn't. No, I changed it.
Yeah.
We are on a 10-minute delay, so in 10 minutes it will be updated. Let's check out these stack sizes now. Oh, no, I'm in the middle of hand. Sorry. All right, 6 killer, again with his limping strategy. And I'm not a big limping guy. I really am not. But Six Killer has made more final tables in the last 2 months than I've made in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything bad
strategy.
about it because he certainly has made a lot of deep runs.
He's a straight crusher.
Yeah, he is.
Adrian says Six Killer is a wild player. You can't put him on a hand
That's
because
exactly
he lives
right.
every dang hand.
That's right. Or he
plays-
calls little little tiny raises and stuff like that. So you just never know where he's at.
He can have a napkin and a Uno card and limp in and hit
And
draw
just bet
four,
and
you
fire
know?
at it, and you never know what's going on.
He
so.
does. And
I think we're just. Oh, this is the one where they were having a little bit of an issue here, wasn't it?
yeah, he had to come in and grab a deck because one of the cards was bad.
Okay.
So after this hand, you'll probably see Eddie take the deck out of the.
And notice that Gary's stacking the chips here because he was the aggressor and took those napkins and just won the hand. He's brilliant at playing position.
His 10-5,
understands the.
He says that's a scary board. I'm going to represent
That's right, and he did. So he did well.
He's really, really good at that. So let's get back to these stack sizes. Alex came in with 30 big blinds, with 30,000 chips, which is a starting stack. So he just kind of treaded water for the last 6 hours and paid his big blind, paid his ante, called once. He's down to 18K. Nick right behind him, or right in front of him, I guess, with 73,000, which is 12 big blinds. And Nick is now going to be called Platypus in 10 minutes. But we got the judge way up top with a huge chip stack. It's his first time here, you said?
Yes.
Beautiful. Walter right behind him. Six Killer, the Beast. Michael's first time here. Bijan's made it to the final table before. Stanley's been here a lot. So we've got a combination of wily veterans and newcomers.
That's
so
great.
This is going to be a great final table.
I so think it's honestly that's one of the best things about these Saturday tournaments is that they're so open to everybody. They're so accessible, and anybody can just come and get here and do well.
I just realized it's 9:30 and I have not eaten today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was eating a little dinner when this thing started, so I got mine sitting over here in the corner.
I had a Snickers for lunch when it was 3 o'clock and I realized I hadn't eaten yet.
Yeah, I was getting hungry there a few minutes ago. I was like, I'm gonna order some food. So
I'm on my 7th cup of coffee, so that's something. Let me guess, Six Killer's going to limp
yeah, he's
in,
gonna
in the
limp
cutoff
in,
with ace 6.
Mm-hmm.
Alex has 2 face cards. He's going to pile it in.
He should.
He should.
Yeah, he's only got 2 big blinds. This is definitely a pile in.
Alex is another now here's the difference, right? He's guaranteed 300.
Right.
No matter what he does. If he waits until one of these other guys busts out in front of him,
right.
Now Six Killer hits the ace, so this is not a good time for him. But he can get 856. So
That's right.
there's a $500 ICM.
And that's certainly way big in play here, and I think he's aware of that.
No, thank you, Lego. Lego just in the chat asking if I want some Whataburger. No, thank you. I'm not hungry. It was just an observation that I haven't eaten yet. When I get distracted like this, I just forget to eat. It's a really good diet. I don't recommend it though.
Yeah, I need that one for about 2 months.
If I eat a Whataburger right now, I won't be able to go to Twin Peaks when this is done in an hour. And I gotta go to Twin Peaks.
Okay, all right. I might have to join you tonight. I had to bail last night.
Did you see my Facebook this morning or last night? It was just Eddie and I.
Oh, just you two.
Instead of CCR.
Okay.
We played a game where he guessed what the bill was going to be, and I picked over under.
Oh, okay.
So I had 3 20-ounce beers, and he had 1 20-ounce beer, and he had a 10-ounce beer, and we split a plate of nachos with chili queso. So what do you think the bill is? 4 20-ounce beers, a 10-ounce beer, and a chips and queso.
I don't know. $35.
Boom! Eddie said $35, and I went, that's a good line. I'm going to pick under. It was $33.86. $1.14.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Such a good line. You'd be good at this game too. So
I
that
don't
was
know
our
about
new
that.
game. So I paid the $15 tip. He paid the $34 tab, and we're fun.
That's great.
Adrian back in the chat saying, "Hey, did you talk about seat 5? Lego, did you talk about seat 5? I don't know what that means. So seat 5, we have no seat 5.
Right.
They did a double bust out on the final table bubble,
Right.
and we have no seat 5.
Right.
So I'm not
Walter's
sure what
actually in
Scott's
seat 6, just
saying.
in case somebody's wondering.
Oh, Bijan called me an angler. Does that mean you fish?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Scott in the room here earlier today.
Yeah, if you wanted to talk about Walter, he's in seat 6. And that's what I was confused about. If he wants to talk about Walter,
Right.
So speaking of Bijan, the seat 5 is empty. Seat 6 is Walter.
Right.
So Bijan makes it 20,000 to go. It's a big raise under the gun. But if he's been playing with these people and he knows a big raise will work, Michael's folding ace-10 to a big raise.
Wow.
6 killer doesn't limp. Walter's out of it. Alex isn't going to... Oh, he found an ace and he's... Nope.
Yeah, he's all in to call if he's going to do it. And
Yeah, he's only got
with
two big blinds
two
left.
big blinds, any ace is a good, yeah.
It is.
Especially in late
but
position.
Right
but
now, he's got 5 more hands for free.
yeah, that's true. He does. And somebody can bust out, and you're right, he can make that big pay jump. And
Got it.
so you're right, ICM is certainly in play here.
All right. So Walter busted Lego in hand 1 of this tournament. And Lego left. This is a tournament there people typically reload in the first hour. Great structure, 30-minute levels, 30K starting stack. And Lego just said, not my day. Bijan hits top set. Great fold by Alex.
Stanley with the 2 overs here might continue unless
I definitely would.
I think I would. You got to think that you can fold out a lot of hands here.
I think Stanley's in check call mode.
Yeah, I think
Bijan's
so.
going to check behind. 'Cause
Yeah,
this is
sure. Why
perfect.
not? Why not? What are you afraid of? I mean,
Oh, a flush draw, maybe. But let's go. Oh,
that's going to be an
you got a
action killer.
4-liner on this. Well, I mean, you don't put Stanley on calling me with a deuce or a 7.
Right.
So I think I'm still good.
Right. Because you bet pretty big there pre-flop.
Yeah, 20K. That was a
so that
big
was
pre-flop.
Yeah, that was 3.5x.
Now
So.
Stanley's going to bluff at it.
Yep. And now
Do you wanna
Bijan's
call?
thinking, oh, yeah, what can I do here? I think you
I
just call.
just call. Perfect.
Yeah, I
Let him
think
bluff
so.
again.
Yeah.
Don't scare anybody off.
Yep.
Let's go.
Because you know that he doesn't have a 7 here.
No, he doesn't have a deuce or a 7.
Right.
And now you got a boat even if he did.
Right.
That's
so
beautiful.
who cares? Right.
That's beautiful. You hope he has a 7. So Stanley.
The downside is that-
Stanley's done. He's done with the hand.
Yeah, he's well, we are completely wrong here.
25.
He's trying to rep that 5, I think.
He's got he bet a 20. Whoops. Oh, I bumped the mouse. He bet 25, 30% pot.
He's about to get the bad news
25K
here.
into a 75K pot. What do you bet if you're Bijan? Min click like 50K?
You want to be at
75?
You want to try to get value here, but you can't go crazy either. I think I almost might min click it.
Min click looks so strong is the only problem.
Yeah, although on the other side of the
like
coin,
like
if you
2.5.
just the other thing is
matter
if you
Stanley's
pot it
not
here,
calling anything.
right? It doesn't matter. But if you pot it here, it looks really
and he
really
just
strong.
rips it.
Yeah. See, now that looks really bizarre, but
Looks really bluffy.
yeah, it does. But
If
Stanley can't do anything.
If Stanley had a pair
Right.
or something,
Right.
Bijan's going, I hope you have a 7. I hope you have a 7. Please have a deuce. Please have a deuce. Please have a 7.
Right. No,
and
he
it doesn't matter what Bijan did. I actually like the overbet because it looks bluffy.
Right. It does. That's what I was saying about a pot size bet because it looks so bluffy. Yep.
In this specific situation, Stanley's not calling.
Yeah,
anything.
Stanley doesn't
He
matter
just
what
took
he-
a stab at it, hoping that he could get an ace or a king to fold.
Right.
Because he's thinking, well, you didn't hit the 3, 4, 5, 6 either.
Right. He knew.
You know.
He knew. At least he didn't think he did.
Yeah, you didn't raise 20K and hit the 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right. But he did.
Oh, unless you got pocket 6.
You got pocket 6.
All right. He didn't have pocket sixes, he just said.
We heard that one.
What are you looking for?
Oh, sorry. It's cold. Okay.
Oh, you need a coat?
I need a sweater.
Hoodie. Asian sensation with a sweater on.
He's saying, hey, I had a pair.
Bajan said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just told me I had a pair.
He didn't tell me he had a full house.
That's right.
So Alex gets it all in his last 12K with King 10 offsuit in the hijack. He had a few more hands he could have waited, but King 10's a good hand. It's going to fold around to Stanley with 2 10s. That's a rough one for Alex. I'm a super big fan of Alex. He's a phenomenal player.
Yeah. And the thing is that King 10 is very, very reasonable.
See,
I mean, he's only got a couple of big blinds, so any Broadway cards.
Yeah, for sure. I would have gotten in, way sooner than he did.
Yeah, me too. I'd have lost everything.
Stanley reshoves for isolation and protection. Gary does fold his ace.
Alex, don't go anywhere. That king is still valid
you got 3
here.
outs, brother. You got all the diamonds, all the hearts, any.
You got straight draws. You got everything. Yeah.
Man, you can just crush this.
Let's go, Alex. Here we go.
That's a black 5. Queen 8 diamonds. Let's go running diamonds.
Yeah, running diamonds. There we go.
9 of diamonds to make it interesting. 9 or a jack of diamonds. Nope, that doesn't do it.
no,
But it gives him the jack now. Jack or a king.
Jack or a king.
Let's go. Jack.
Bam. Yeah, baby. Well done.
Boom. True
There you go. See that? Yeah, he's gonna have to put his backpack back up.
For the record, I'm a big fan of Stanley. I'm not rooting against him. I just love an underdog.
It's always fun.
It's always fun to have an underdog. And we got Alex still short stack, but now he's got 7 big blinds with 42,000. And it didn't hurt Stanley. It did hurt Stanley. Never mind. Stanley's down to 50,000.
Yeah, Stanley got hit pretty good there.
He only lost 2 big blinds. So he was only at 10.
That's true. He was only at 10. Yeah, that's right. The blinds went up a minute ago. So.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, I think those top guys are just literally going to sit here unless they get really big hands. They're just, given the table dynamic, they're not going to play each other. They're not going to let. They're going to let 2 or 3 of these short stacks get out.
For sure.
And
let those $300 payments go away.
Now, on the other side of the coin, they could abuse those short stacks too.
Definitely.
So.
Now,
but you got
in this
to be careful with that, though.
I'm not targeting the short stacks, and I'm staying away from the big stacks. I'm targeting those middle stacks.
Okay,
so
yeah, that makes sense.
After this hand, I'll pull up the chip counts and explain to you, if I'm the judge, who I'm looking at.
Right.
Stanley ships it in again, which is great.
Yeah, he's got 8 big blinds.
Yep.
Ace Queen, that's an automatic jam all day long.
For sure. Jack 4 is going to let it go. Queen 7 is going to let it go. He's going to pick up the blinds and antes. Much needed. He's up to 10 big blinds.
That helps a lot.
So we've got
Bajan, Michael, Stanley.
The judge or Walter,
right,
or even 6 killer, I'm attacking Bajan and Michael.
Yeah.
And I'm staying away from Stanley, Platypus, and Alex.
Yeah, because they're just going to ship it in and see all 5 cards.
And I don't want to go 3 bigs against Alex, who goes, well, I'm all in for 7. Oh, now I got to call.
Right.
But Michael does not want to bust out before Alex does.
That's right.
Bajan does not want to bust out before Platypus does. So those are the guys I'm targeting, putting pressure on those middle stacks.
Always fun when you're not home and your security system tells you that there's something going on.
The Platypus.
Yeah, let it go. That was fun to watch last week.
I missed it.
It was the last hour was
the TCH final
bananas.
Table. I heard it was good. I missed the whole thing.
It was so good.
Yeah, shout out Chris Lego in the chat. How much did he make last week?
$13,000
in a $300 tournament. Good job.
Good job, man. was a nice.
That's more than I made last week.
A lot more than I made last
All
week.
right, so the judge needs a 9. He's got the gutter ball. 6 killer has bottom pair and a bigger gut shot, needing a king for a straight.
Yeah, I think he'll fold here. Yeah, he did.
Lego made a spreadsheet about his chip stack. It's like,
I'm sure he was. That's the way it was. It was fun to watch. And the guy who came in second was the same way. He up and down and up and down. It was crazy. He was down to 2 big blinds. The guy that came in second. 5 players left, 6 players left, something like that. He was down to 2 big blinds.
Speaking of TCH final tables, tournament director Min is at the final table right now, playing like
awesome.
a beast.
Way to go,
I just got a
man.
text saying Min is playing like a beast.
That's so great. Good for him.
If you guys want to see some good thing, I mean, pull up that live stream and watch Min.
Yep. That's
Leave this
great.
one on also because this is the important
do
one.
both of them.
But, yeah.
Got to cheer for our friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Alex in here again with his ace 10, although he does not ship it this time.
He's got enough big blinds, he doesn't have to ship it.
That's right.
He makes it 30K. He effectively shipped it,
That's true.
but he wants a caller now.
Okay.
Now, any thinking player like Walter right here is probably going to put them all in. He's going to say, I call. It's red against black.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So Alex bet enough to let you know he is committed, but he doesn't mind a call.
Right.
So he would let you in cheap.
Yeah.
Micah in the box. Have we mentioned him yet?
No, we have not.
He's great. All right,
We
Alex
got
with
some
the free
clubs
roll.
here.
Now to chop.
Let's chop it up.
He needed running clubs to make us flush, and it did not happen. Have we given up points
he
yet?
he did get a little bit there from the blinds, so that's good.
I'm going to pop up this cloud bot really quickly.
Okay, yeah.
And while we're doing that, let's check out this stack size. He did, even though he chopped it, he won the half of the small blinds in the half of the blinds in the antes.
Right.
So that's good for him. I'm going to go loyalty. I'm going to say add points. I'm going to give everybody 26 people. Let's go 3,000 points. When I was up in Minnesota last week, I was listening to the stream. The guy gave away 10,000 points.
Wonder who that was.
Oh, my goodness. And the funny thing is I was watching on TeamViewer, and I thought that was a typo, and you meant to put 1,000. And then he went, click. I went, whoa.
Well, that was because we were having all those
I
technical
know.
difficulties, and I thought, hey, if somebody's going to sit
It's
through all this,
fine.
then they deserve a little bit more.
All right,
so.
short stack platypus, all in with ace, king.
Well, yeah,
Under the
auto.
gun, great play. Now, if I'm under the gun in a big blind ante tournament, short stacked, I'm going all in under the gun blind. Stanley knows that, and he goes, King
Yeah,
Jack is great.
King Jack is
I'm going to
very
go
reasonable
all
in
in
this
too.
spot. Yep.
So it's going to fold around, and I don't hate Stanley's.
I don't either.
With that knowledge that Platypus could be doing this with anything to pick up
Anything.
the blinds and
That's
antes
right.
before he has to pay the ante. King Jack's a great hand, right?
Yeah. In this situation, it is.
So he folds everybody out, needs a jack.
Yeah, he doesn't know how far behind he is.
He is far behind.
He's
He's a 3-to-1 dog.
Yeah.
Lego's got the PhD, the TCH, the XFL. What's XFL? Is that like indoor football?
No. He's talking about
Final
the
tables.
different things that he's watching at the same
Yeah,
time.
what's XFL?
Yeah, that's the football.
Okay,
Yeah.
like indoor football?
No. It's the XFL league.
What is that?
That's the summer league for football.
Oh!
Oh, the jack comes.
Jeez.
Tenor and
Platypus
ace.
needs a 10 or...
Oh, and he gets the 10. Oh,
Wow!
what in the world just happened?
The
Holy
craziness from this afternoon continues.
Yeah, we've had 2 Nutty River cards there. Wow, that's nuts. Oh, man.
It's just ridiculous.
What is happening here at Poker House, Dallas.
I mean, just
That is
sick run out.
bananas. Absolutely craziness.
All right. Total, we had 58 players today. We're down to 7. I'm going to pop that up on the screen. You're not going to see it for 10 more minutes, but it's something I like to show people. So in 10 minutes, you're going to pop up in the top right corner, and it'll show we have 8 people left out of 58 people total. All right, Stanley ships it
any
in
ace.
again.
Yep, one big blind.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
and
auto
don't-
ship.
The platypus kills. I don't hate Stanley's play at all.
I don't
today at
either.
The final table.
We've done all of the same things. Of course, I'm not at the final table, so what do I know?
I know. I mean, confirmation from
we're
me
sitting
doesn't
here.
mean a lot.
Me too.
Lego says Min just eliminated somebody. Nice.
Good for him. Yeah, I think
That's a
Platypus
call
has
from
to call here.
Platypus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any suited ace here you
Well,
have to call. Yeah.
It was 1.5 to call.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, you
it
have
was
to.
like pennies. He's probably getting,
Yeah. And he's, and any suited ace here, you're going to be way ahead.
He's in the big blind with 12K out there. It cost him 1,000 to call.
right.
It's a 22 in the pot. Ace and a 4. It's going to be a chop pot a lot of the time with ace 8 against ace 4. So he's got that going for him. 9-9-3 needs a 3. 2 running cards above an 8. Ooh, now Stanley can win with a deuce, a tray, a 5. Doesn't get it. It was so close.
Yeah. Well played,
So
Stanley.
close. Yeah, exactly. Everything you did, I would have done.
Yep, me too.
Protecting. It's just, it was an awkward spot. He forgot his hoodie. He'll come back for it.
Yeah, he steps outside, he'll figure out, oh, goodness, it's a little chilly out here.
Chilly here. That's cute. You guys from Texas thinking it's chilly right now.
It is chilly here. I don't care what anybody says.
30 below in Minnesota. All right, let's pop.
I remember when I was in college and I was dating my current wife here. When we were dating in college, I remember she used to run around in shorts all the time. If
Yeah.
it was above 50 degrees, she said, "Okay, I can wear shorts."
Right on. I'm
It's like,
when I'm
okay.
not working, I'm wearing shorts. Stanley, 8th place, $300. Alex, 5 big blinds. Platypus, still in 6th place, but he's got like lots of room now.
Yeah.
He's got 23
Yeah.
big blinds.
He can take a deep breath and kind of play his position here, not have to stick it all in.
So, update from the chat. Min, 2.1 million chips, 600K ahead of second.
Wow.
Chip leader at the final table, crushing.
Let's
Let's go,
Min. Yeah, we got to root him on here, that's for sure.
Walter makes it 15K with ace queen. Everybody folds. He picks up the blinds and annies, adds 15,000 to his stack. Let's check out these payouts again. Stanley took home 300. Next one's guaranteed 300. See, and like I said, Alex is just that much closer to a pay jump.
Right.
So he's very patient, very patient. I used to joke around, not even joke around, I used to say I'm not good at short stack poker because I don't get short stacked. And people would laugh and think I was kidding, saying I'm so good I don't get short stacked. And I said, no, because I punt way before I
Right.
get short stacked.
Yeah.
If I've got 15 bigs, I'm getting it in with,
Yeah.
8-9 suited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael makes it 17,000, 18,000. Under the gun with ace queen.
3x from under the gun. Actually, it's not even 3x, only a little, just like 2.2, which is actually perfect.
No, you're looking at right now.
Oh, that's right. We're still
Yep.
at 3.6. Okay,
Yeah, we're
so
at 3.6.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, throws
You
3 bigs.
looked at the
Yeah,
current time, and we're in
Yep.
the time zone 10 minutes ago
right.
on the stream. Bajan goes ahead and thinks about a call here. He can't do it with 4 high, but he wanted to. He's like, I think I'm getting the pot odds, but I don't have enough to squander right now. Disciplined fold from the platypus. I would have called also Zachary, but he doesn't have chips to just waste right now. Especially, and that's the specific person I'm targeting because Alex is so short. Let's pull this chip stack just quickly. Alex has 5 big blinds. If I'm anybody else at the table, I'm targeting Platypus because he does not want to bust before Alex.
Right.
So he's going to just hang out until Alex busts, and then he's going to start making those calls.
But you know, if Alex catches a card here or two, he can get that ladder up.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely can.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time for him to.
On the button here, the judge may give this a call. I think it's pretty decent here. I might have actually 3-bet there to try to isolate everything.
Yeah, he's got enough chips. He definitely could have.
Yeah.
But again,
he doesn't want to fight with Walter, right?
I don't want to fight with Walter when
right.
you know the guy who can bust me when I'm third in chips. I don't want to fight with first and second. Tournament strategy is way different than cash.
Sure.
I've been watching cash for the last 3 streams, so. And like I said, the judge definitely should have raised. He's going to flop top 2.
What did I say?
All right, there's 54K in the pot. I could keep it small to keep some people in there, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. He's going to go for a full pot size bet.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
That's going to clear the field.
Yeah, he doesn't like any flush draw action or straight draw action.
He's like,
here.
there's enough out there. I'll just take it.
Yeah.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
Give me my 39,000 chips. You know, that's 5 big blinds. I'll just take my 5 big blinds and go on to the next hand.
There you go.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate it either.
You know, I mean, I don't mind playing a little bit slower. Forward motion. Micah explaining the rules where he put out some chips and he's like, okay, be careful with that because that stack could have been considered a bet. I'm not positive what happened. I would have to watch it again. But Micah's a true professional and he's going to keep the game secure.
Good.
So just
and you know, I think he's doing that too because this is his first time that guy's been here, so he may not, and his first time on stream, so all those things are new and give a little bit of grace there.
Yeah, Micah's great.
Alex is King 9 suited, 5 big blinds. He shipping it here would not be bad. He's going to get a call from. Oh, okay, wow, well disciplined. Platypus. 23 bigs with 9s.
Don't ship it.
Don't ship it. I think I'd just make a nice, reasonable bet here.
Yeah,
16.
Beautiful.
That's perfect. 2.5 bigs. Perfect. That's all you need to do.
6 killer, I could see calling here. He's already in for 6. It's 10 more. Queen 10 is a great hand. That's right in his wheelhouse.
It is. That's what I was going to say. The same thing.
He's got 2 overs.
Pretty much the classic here.
Stanley hasn't come back for his hoodie yet, or his sweater vest, or whatever it is.
That's going to be that.
Yeah, and we're done. We're done with the hand. 6 killer is going to lead right out.
Yep. Platypus is just going to say, oh, well.
Yep, I'm done. I mean, he got 2 9s. It comes out ace, queen, check. You're like, never mind.
Never mind.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep, that was fun. And that's why we only bet 16 instead of like 30.
Instead of 25, right. Yeah, exactly. Keep that thing even lower, really, is perfectly acceptable here. 2 to 2.2x at this point in the game is plenty.
And I sure hope the whole chat was not trolling me and he really is called the platypus. All right, I'm going to give it's been an hour, guys. I'm going to pop up here and give you some points. What'd I give him last time?
1,000.
1,000. Let's double that. Let's go with it.
For all of our late night crew here.
2,000. Bink. There you go, guys. 2,000 chips. I like the
Now the judge has the best hand in poker.
I like the
5-3 suited. 3-5
like
suited is the best hand in poker. If you're just joining us and are new to the game, you can write that down. Keep that in your
live
notes.
by it.
And what did we see Monday night? Did you see that? I said that on the stream,
yeah.
and I said Monty's about to win a big one, and bink, he flops the nut straight and wins a
And
big
gets
hand.
paid.
Gets paid. Oh, that was so nice.
What was Monday? The 1-2 game.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I was still in Minnesota watching it.
Yeah.
TLS, you are welcome. Six Killer's got a gutter and the aggression. I like his chances of winning this pot.
Yeah. Walter will fold. He doesn't want to fight with somebody who's got a similar sized chip stack here at this point in the game.
Even if you know what he's doing, you can't do anything about it.
Right. Well, but, if Six Killer raised pre-flop, then that flop can hit him with the queen.
Yeah.
And if he just was calling, he certainly could make the 7 or 8. So ain't nothing you can do. No pair. You got to.
Lego with the update says Min's punting. He called all in with 9-10 versus Q10 with the top pair of a 10.
Oh, no.
Let the Giants fight.
Yep. Exactly, JS. I agree.
Alex is a short stack ninja.
Lego, appreciate the updates, by the way. Now Gary's got a pair on the button.
The blinds went up to 4 and 8.
So he's probably going to make it 20 or so.
26.
That's a little thick, but that's okay.
Walter calls with the K and the Q and a small discount from the small blind. If Alex, I don't hate the bigger raise right now, specifically dependent on Alex being short enough that if you let him in too small from the big blind, he might call, but you're forcing him to go into stack, and he got rid of him.
Yeah, okay.
So,
see, I'm learning something here.
and specifically for that exact scenario, Walter flops the open-ender. Alex would have got in cheap and hit a flush draw. Six Killer just has to fold now, unless he gets crazy. But he's not a guy that gets crazy.
No, he understands he's very situationally aware, and so that's why he makes these final tables so much, because he understands those spots where you can put money in and where you should just let it go.
So, in my humble opinion, Gary makes a smaller, reasonable raise, like we talk about. Small blind comes in. Alex goes, I'm closing action. I've already got a blind in there. I've already got an ante in there. There's already 2. I'm getting 8-1 on my money. I've got suited connectors. Okay, let's go ahead and make this small call. Gary doesn't give him that option. He goes, it's half your stack if you want to play.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's why Gary's there and I'm not. And as the blinds have gone up and you're getting a whole lot of compression down here on the bottom side of this in terms of stack sizes, now the big stacks can just watch all these guys fall apart pretty quickly.
Alex got a suited ace now in the small blind. He's going to get it all in.
Yeah, I think so.
That's just easy. And Platypus is going to call because it's, I mean, it's $7K to call. That's one big blind.
Right.
He's getting 4-1 on his money.
Yeah.
He just has to. He would call with 7 deuce if you showed me ace 8. You just have to do it.
Yeah. Even if he turned his cards up, I'd still call.
He could show him his cards and you would still have to call.
Absolutely.
Mathematically. And I think it's a rule.
Yeah. I think there's just no doubt about it.
All right. They must be really close in stacks over there because Lego just said Min is down to 5th. He went from 1st to 5th in just a few minutes and a few bad hands.
That's tough.
I mean, that's final table poker. Alex still with the best of it. Platypus needs a queen or a 6, and 2 of those were folded. Oh,
They
now
can have a
he's
10. Well, he's got a lot of
got
outs.
a gut shot. He's got a flush draw.
And there's the 6.
I was going to say he's got live cards. He's got a gut shot. He's got everything going for him. Alex does make 300. I would have lost that bet. I would have gave him making 5th place.
Yeah, I think I would have too.
But he obviously played it perfectly.
Yep.
Just played the hands that were dealt to him.
Nothing you can do there.
No. Good job. And, hey, we got Platypus laddering up, almost out of it. Had his coat on, walking towards the door. He's up to 17 big blinds. And that's why you have to call.
Right.
You know, in that specific scenario. I mean, some people would have looked down at a Jack 6 and said, well, I'm not going to call because it's a horrible hand.
But Queen 6.
Whatever.
Right, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Any 2 cards you have to call there.
And he was way behind, but he had all sorts of outs. So, good job. And we've got a Layla running the tracker. She's new to the stream team, and she's doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
So this is excellent. Good job, Layla.
And Michael's definitely going to fire at this.
Oh, for sure. Ace Jack. 26. 22. I like 22 better than 26.
Yeah, me too. About 2.7.
And the judge, even with a stack, he's not going to call with 5-3.
Yeah, no, that's too weak. If it was suited, you could call.
I agree. I agree. And, yeah, like JSCO said, Platypus locked up some profit. He went from $300 to $856. Just made 556 real dollars with that knockout. So good job, sir. Let's pop up this stack size while we're getting king in the box. Mike is going back out on the floor. The judge, 55 big blinds, 443,000 chips. Walter, 52 big blinds. 6 Killer just behind them at 40 big blinds. And then it drops to Bajan and Michael with 27 and 24. Platypus, 16 big blinds. He's not in the red zone yet, but he can see it from here.
Right.
But the way he's been playing,
still plenty of play in here for those for most of the stacks, particularly those top 3. They can maneuver very easily in this game.
Definitely. Good job. We have blinds are 4,000, 8,000 with 6 players left. Let's pop up this page jump just again. Playing for $5,138. Originally scheduled for $54.38, and they gave away the bubble money and the double bubble money. Judge is going down. Platypus is going to triple up. JSCO is calling it from the sideline. Let's go.
Well, it is tournament poker, and anything can happen.
He's a prophet. I play for profit.
We saw Rampage, punt off in the 25K max late reg, and then come back and win the thing and he was down to at one point I think he was down to 9 big blinds when they got down to the final table, and came back and won the whole thing. It's crazy. So anything can happen.
It's tournament poker.
So the judge taking advantage here of his image and knowing that Queen 7 is going to be ahead of a lot of hands in a blind versus blind situation.
Oh,
and of course, it is the old computer hand, as we call it.
And he's got
a huge stack.
of Bajan.
Right, and he's going after the right person.
Yep, he's targeting those middle stacks.
And the thing is, if he bets at it right here, and he should,
Bajan folds. Yeah,
he should fire at it.
Any flop.
C-bet. Yep, you C-bet any flop.
There's 46 in the pot. You don't even have to make it big. 15K.
Yeah, I agree.
2 blinds.
15K, and this is over.
Don't give up.
Yep, there he is. Good,
job.
beautiful. He might go 20, looks like. He's going big. Going about half pot.
Didn't need to risk that much to get the same information.
Right, I agree.
But it's going to work.
Yeah.
Bajan's done with the hand.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be done with it.
Oh,
Bajan just making it. Wow, what a 3-bet with total air. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
what a move. And the judge might have to fold here.
Oh, yes.
I think you have to.
Folds. I'll give you odds. Whatever you want to bet, the judge can't call right now. People just don't bluff at the final table like this.
No,
that was awesome.
No, that was amazing.
Good job, Bajan.
Good job, Bajan. Wow. Bluffed him out of his shoes right there.
Wow. Cup in the chat. What's happening, my man? Platypus looking mad cute right now. There's a lot of new people in the chat. I like this.
Looks like we got some fans here of Platypus.
Yeah, Platypus and the judge are getting along.
Saw Cup in the room here earlier today.
Yeah. He was making signs. I asked him if he was coming to the final table, and he gave me the who farted look. Like, no, I'm not going to the final table. I was like, oh, hi. What are the whiteboards for? If you have not seen the previous $500 max buy-in streams, Cup is famous for his whiteboards.
That's right. I told him we'd like to have him back here soon.
Yeah, Cup's great.
Yeah, good guy.
Glad to have him back in here. And Cup and Lego and anybody who's in the chat, if you guys want to go eat with us when this is done, it might be IHOP because this might be done before Twin Peaks gets closed. But we shall be playing some credit card roulette. Platypus is underrated legend in the making. Oh, Michael has the best of it with just 10 high. It goes check, check.
I think the judge got a little bit out of line here on the in this one, or when he got the button, or was he just taking advantage of it?
Call.
Oh, okay, it was pre-flop.
He just called the 8-9-4 suited.
Yeah, just limped in. Okay, yeah, on the button. I don't blow it.
It specifically is a chop.
I think
with a pair of sevens, ace, queen, jack.
Yeah, I think in this case, if I was him, I'd just fire at it. I'd bet pot and just let it see what happens. Chop it up. 9 high like a boss.
King messed that one up, my man. What happened to the Korean place? I'm home in my PJs. Yo, what about me? Yeah, JSCO. Let's go. Come on in. I'll go to the Korean place if it's open late. Heading to Texarkana to visit my baby's grandson. Tonight or tomorrow? Platypus owns the state of Texas and poke right now. All right.
Okay.
You heard it here first. If Mark Wee's not going to be in the chat, it's 10 o'clock. He's a busy realtor. He's got to work.
I got to get up really early in the morning too.
Do you?
Yeah, I got to work tomorrow morning.
You're up before I go to bed, I'll bet.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I've got
till 3.
Yeah, I've got a gig in the morning.
All right. If the Korean place is open until 3 a.m., I'm going there. What's that noise? You hear it?
Yeah, it was the fan.
Oh, the fan. Okay.
It was blowing on the microphone.
Okay. I was like, what's
That's why I'm sitting back a little bit so it didn't blow on the microphone.
All right. Cup's on his way to Texarkana. Lego. What have I done in the last 6 months that you've known me makes you think I'm worried about paying for supper? I haven't paid for supper.
He's so plus EV. He can take us all to Fleming Steakhouse and still be okay.
I'm not worried about prices. If I bring Tiny and Min and Eddie, there's no shot I'm paying.
That's true. No shot.
All right, Bajan flops the best of it with the ace.
And on the button here, he can fire at it since it's checked to him. He knows nobody has an ace here.
So RC Goodwin says, commentators, who has impressed you the most tonight? Right now, I got to say Bajan's
absolutely
bluff.
That bluff that he made against the judge there, that the
raise on the flop.
Oh man, that was
cray. Other than that, it's a very, very difficult thing to say coming at the final table because everything's different. You've got Alex coming in with 8 big blinds. You've got the judge with 60 big blinds. 2 totally different styles of play, and the judge could just fold for 15 hands, and it would, it's not a. It's just, it's hard to make a call right now.
Right. And given the stack sizes, the Platypus is certainly
he's
played well.
doing great. I mean,
he got lucky on that one hand there a minute ago,
hands.
but still he's played well too.
He got lucky to hit to river the straight against the one guy, and then he got lucky to hit a pair. I mean, but that's he's doing great.
2 raises, 21 down.
It's a small sample size of 27 hands.
Yeah, we've only seen a few hands, so can't be too judgmental at this point.
I don't even talk about VPIP before we play 20 hands,
Right.
and even then, it's not something I put a lot of stock into until we play 100 hands.
Right.
See, like right now, the judge 51 big blinds, Platypus 16 big blinds, totally different. Apples and oranges, you're asking me to compare. 6 killer, 37% VPIP. VPIP,
Right.
for those of you who are just watching and have never heard of these terms, voluntarily putting money in the pot pre-flop. Alex was out of here before he could play too many hands.
And we got a bunch of people all right there together in terms of VPIP, right in that low 20% range, which is right where you want to be under normal circumstances.
But again, we were at
So-
27 hands.
So it's kind of hard to judge with this many hands for sure.
That
but
means they
that's
played
reasonable.
4 hands, 5 hands, which is about what I would expect. But the blinds come around quickly, and now we're 6-handed. They're going to come around faster.
6 call. 8 call.
So 2 of the middling chip stacks who went after each other. Walter flops
Now
the best of it here.
I would expect Walter to check and Alex or 6 killer to bet at it. That's
Exactly. And if Walter's been paying attention, or maybe he's played with 6 killer some today.
for sure they've played before.
And then that way he knows that Gary's going to be betting a lot in that situation, and so he can check call here all day long.
6
now.
killer's going to check back.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he knows he's going to.
I'll put all the money on him checking back.
Yep.
And now Walter's going to have to bet there's 116 out there. 30,
Looks like that's about right. 40.
40. That sounds good. It doesn't matter because 6 killer has an ace. He might be thinking
Threes,
they're
king,
chopping.
queen.
3-3 ace king queen. It's really
Especially the check call check
yeah.
situation.
I think this is a fold. Because what are you targeting? Jack 10? Because a king beats you, a queen beats you. Even if you don't think he has a 3, the ace beats you, the king beats you, the queen beats you. Or the ace doesn't beat you, the ace chops with you. He does make the call.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to hero. I don't love that call because what does Walter call the flop with that you beat with ace high?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unless you're just hoping to chop.
Right, and I think he was hoping to chop there with the pair and the king queen on the board, but that's awfully thin. That's awfully thin.
It is.
Especially given that there was a raised pre-flop and he called, and you got called by him. So
How much was the pre-flop raise?
no, it didn't. I'm sorry.
think
Walter did the raise and
Okay.
6 killer called, I believe. Is that right?
It would have been. Otherwise, Platypus would have been in the big blind. So six killer probably raised. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There was a raise,
I think
though.
there was a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he went raise call. King 9 suited on the button, no problem. 62 big blinds. I'm going to raise it here. Yeah.
I don't want to go too out of line because Platypus in the blinds might decide this is my hand.
Yeah, it's a rough call with
How much did he make it? I didn't notice. I was looking at something else when he was betting. So
He did raise, but I didn't see how much he raised.
Okay. I hope it's less than 30. I want to see like maybe 20 would have been a good raise.
I think that would have been plenty.
Because it's a tough spot for Walter because anytime he raises and Platypus decides, well, today's the day and ships it in, so you want to be careful you're not risking more than you have to.
Right.
Six killer, not at the table, folds a king 10. He would have definitely been playing that hand. Walter said on the live stream he's going to see he had aces. He had king 10.
So, looks like the judge just
The judge
flatted
limps
here.
in, and Bajan checks.
Yeah.
Min's back
I
to
think
second
if you're going to come in that situation, I think you have to go ahead and
so look
and
at this.
fire at it.
Bajan's got middle pair, gut shot, needing a 5 for a straight.
Yep.
The judge has the same gut shot, but he has only flush draw.
He has the flush draw.
And
He's
he
got
has
straight
an
draw, flush
overcard.
draw.
This is a fold.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a fold.
Yeah.
You,
You never
can't
know.
think your eight's any
Yeah,
good.
you can't think it's any good there, right? But see, that's one of those spots where had he raised,
Yep.
even just
Just
2.2,
clicks it.
and then he gets the big blind to fold.
Yep.
So in a blind versus blind situation in these tournaments, especially when you're deep like that, just go ahead and put in a small raise. You're going to get a fold most of the time.
All right, here's a tip. If you're playing with me and it folds around to our blinds, if you limp, I'm raising 100% of the
100%
times
of the
on my
time.
big blind.
Yep.
I get so many people that are about to limp and then they look over and they fold their cards. They go, nope, I know you. And I go, yeah,
Not going to happen. Yeah. And that's both directions. If I'm in the small blind, it
exactly.
limps to me, I'm raising.
I mean,
if I'm in the
I
big
say
blind, it limps to me, I'm
100%,
raising.
But it's not 100, but it's a lot.
Yeah, I might not do it with 8-3, but
No, I'm not card dependent. I'm just,
But
if I
I
have
just-
a feeling that the guy's trapping me because he knows I'm going to raise, then I might slow it down. But
okay.
yeah.
So now the Platypus with 14 big blinds should put in he doesn't have a lot, but I think he can still three bet here
there's
and not ship
36
it.
out there.
Yeah.
8 raises,
Yeah. I think that's
45,000.
45?
45,000. 40, 45.
Yeah, I like it. It sounded like he said 25, but I could see it was
because
45.
we had multiple limpers there, so he's
Yep.
going to
No, I like it. I like it.
He's going to eliminate all that.
Yep.
No, I hit the number right.
All right.
And everybody knows that he's committed. And that's the thing, is that they know that he's committed to this. He's put in more than half his stack, so they cannot call. And
Platypus
they know
is
it.
doing really, really good right now, Will.
Yeah, he is. That was well bet there.
It was enough to get Michael to fold the small blind. And Walter's like, well, never mind. I just wanted to limp in with the ace and see what happens, but I'm not going to play.
Right.
Great raise by Platypus.
Perfect sizing. Gets all that dead money.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Did you have 2 jacks? No, but you were in the ballpark. Ace king, ace queen, jack jack. That's about the same thing. All right. Yeah, you don't want to call with ace 8 because you have 3 outs. You either got ace and you need to hit your 8, or he's got a pair and you need to hit your ace. You only have 3 outs, so you don't want to really call any raise with ace 8. And you don't know which out you need. Hand 32 of the $300 tournament. Final table, we are down to 6. Everybody guaranteed $856. Is that correct?
I believe that's right, yeah.
All
So
right.
the judge with ace 6 offsuit in the cutoff with the top stack, and it's folded to him. I think that might have been a reasonable spot to squeeze there.
Good thing you didn't. I mean, results orient. Six
Right.
killer wakes up with the A and the K suited. Diamonds in the big blind.
I think Bijan's going to get some bad news here.
There's 40K in the pot. The six killer doesn't mess around.
No,
He's going to make it. What are the blinds right now? 8. He's going to make it. He's going to make it way bigger.
Bijan
than
made it 20K, which is 2.5 bigs. So I would expect 60 to 75, probably 75.
Yeah, all of that.
All right, raising now. I know. There's always a few. Before raises to 60,000.
60,000.
60,000. I said 60 to 7.
Good read. I would have expected him to go bigger.
I would have gone. I mean, knowing him, I would have thought he might have gone a little
That's
bit
what I
bigger.
thought.
Yeah. The 60K is the appropriate bet, but given what we know about 6 killer,
Yeah, 6
I
killer
would have
likes
thought he
to
would have
go
gone.
big.
Yeah, he would have gone 70, 75.
Nope. I would have lost that bet thinking he would bet more.
Yeah, me too. But he's put Bijan in a terrible
Let's
spot
turn up
now.
the table mic for a little bit. Listen to Bijan talk to six killer.
Michael's like, no, that's not Pocket Jacks.
That was half of pocket jacks. That's great. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Walter said he got your hand caught in the cookie jar. Yeah, he sure did.
Let's pop this up here. Stack size. We got Platypus, 150,000 chips. He's got 18 big blinds. Hey guys, go like the stream if you haven't yet.
Please
share
do.
it with your friends. It helps the algorithm a lot.
Well, King 8 in the hijack here. I think you can.
Six-handed, that's a pretty
Six-handed.
powerful hand.
That's a pretty decent hand to come in here with.
Yeah. AK to call. I would like to see it 20.
Yeah, I think I would make it 20.
15. They're going to force him to go to 16.
16. Yeah. I don't mind the min
I don't
click.
hate it at
Yeah,
all.
I don't hate a min click
He
here.
didn't try to do it. They're going to make him do it. I
Right.
would have wanted to see just a little bit, just a kiss on top of
Yeah,
that.
2.5 would have been fine, but I don't object to the min click back. You get about the same information, but
Six killer
against Walter in the blinds here, he's
Yeah.
not going to fold. I mean, against the six killer in the blinds, he's not going to fold.
Yeah, six killer says, I'm on a heater. I'm going to
Yeah.
call with ace 8.
Yeah.
All right, we are heads up in Texas.
Boy, if an 8 comes out though, the judge is going to lose a big one here.
Yeah.
No,
The
he can
deuce,
get away now.
queen, 9.
Yep.
And
Walter's got the best of it.
Walter's middle pair.
4 chips. 6 bits, 15,000. I had to think of that.
Yeah, Walter's just going to go ahead and fire at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Judge folds real quick there.
Such a small bet, 15,000 into a 62,000 pot.
Yeah.
And we're on break.
Oh, yeah, we are.
All right, let's hit this mute button because last time we were on break, the people were out there saying bad words. I was. And actually, what actually happened? Let's pop this up really quickly. It was V's first time on the action tracker, and we did an exact chip count. And I said, hey, we went through, made sure everybody's chip counts were accurate. I said, hey, great job, V. Everything's perfect. That means you didn't mess up. And those weren't the exact words I used. And so I said, you guys are supposed to, in the commentary booth, turn off that table mic so they don't hear that. So what do you think about these guys?
I think this has been great. We haven't seen anything
This is phenomenal.
that we haven't really seen any bad plays, but we've seen several really good plays. So
Since I like
That's
the
just
play of,
fantastic.
The play of the day, Bijan's
raise
on the
yes,
flop.
absolutely.
That was crazy. Let's pop up these chip counts right now. They're going to get rid of the 1K chips. We're coming back to 5K, 10K, and so they're going to race off these 1K chips right now. Let's check out VPIP, again, voluntarily putting money in pre-flop. What you need, buddy? You're on camera. Say,
My cigarettes.
you can't find your cigarettes? What?
It's definitely not in there. They must have fallen out or something.
I don't know. You guys are on break.
Sorry, bud.
V's doing a great, or excuse me, Alayla's doing a great job out there. So, all right, if you find a pack of cigarettes, Eddie's looking for one. So VPIP, voluntarily putting money in pre-flop. That means when you're not in the blinds, how often are you calling or raising?
Right.
And Six Killer, 42%. He has a limping strategy.
Yes.
You can't put him on a hand because he plays all of his hands.
Right.
Right?
And he does this all the time. It's not like this is
It's
something
not
unusual.
today.
This
It's
is
not something
the way he
new.
plays.
It's the way he plays. He, I think, likes to play post flop.
He likes to see a
And
lot of flops.
he wants to see a flop and then put you to the test.
Right. So if we
where-
look at that
Yeah.
VPIP, if we look at the PFR here now,
PFR is
kind of compare those two.
pre-flop raising. So how often are you raising pre-flop?
Right.
And
We
Six
want-
Killer, 12%.
Right.
Let's look at this stat right here.
Yeah,
Let's look at Six Killer
yeah, There we
specifically.
go. This is the one.
So his VPIP is 42%. So out of 100 hands, he's going to see 42 of them, which is way too high statistically,
Right. Particularly in tournament play.
specifically in tournament play. Now, they will be higher now because we're shorthanded and
Yeah.
you should widen your range and be playing a little more. But his pre-flop raising is 12%. Now, ideally, you should be raising, let's say, 3 times for every 4 times you're coming in.
Right.
You know, like 75%
75
of the
to
time
80%
you
of
should
the
be
time, yeah.
raising.
So those two numbers, the VPIP and the
Traditional-
PFR, should
They
be
should be closer.
relatively close together.
Yeah, you should-
Such as, if we take a look at Michael,
Michael
so-
is 21 and 15.
yeah. So that's a much closer. So you can see he's about 75% of the time he's coming in with a raise, which
Yep.
is great.
And Bajan,
And Bijan as well. So
he's
this
got
is-
24% VPIP.
right.
Whoops, let me click on this button.
There you go.
And 24% pre-flop raising, 33% VPIP. This is on 33
Right on the money.
hands.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so he's got he called 11 times.
right.
Or
Not
he-
a large sample size, but
no,
at least
very small sample size.
But at least
Very-
that's kind of where we're trying to get to is those
and
kind of numbers.
it's very card dependent.
Sure.
In the first
Right.
hour of the stream.
And if we had these stats for the whole, 6 hours here, we'd have a much
it
better
would be
picture.
different.
But
and
at least this is reasonable.
And we're specifically talking just final table,
Yeah.
and the way people play
Right.
differently at final table,
Sure,
stuff like
sure.
that. So
And there's
it's-
there's some pretty good ICM implications here.
exactly
right
Let's-
now,
Speaking
in
of
particular.
ICM, explain ICM to the people at home.
All right, so ICM stands for Independent Chip Model. It means that every single value of a chip is worth money in the
Worth X.
for X, right? And so the differences between the value of the monetary value of your chip and the chip value, they come into play when you're talking about the payouts here. So the monetary value is important for the number of chips that you have.
Exactly. So that's the payouts. We can look to aggression frequency, which is PFR is pre-flop. How much are you raising? Aggression frequency is post-flop. Now Stanley up at the top with 43%. He busted out early. He was raising pre-flop, and then he was raising after the flop. Let's look at Six Killer is actually higher than I thought with his 28%. But I guess no, he's not, because he does fire at it, and it doesn't matter if you bet 1 blind or if you bet 10 blinds, you still get credit for
Right,
your
for your
aggression.
aggression, right.
For betting. And Six Killer is the classic jab,
Yeah.
jab, and take
Yeah.
down the pots. Plays great.
Yeah.
Plays great poker. Really relies on his reads. Does some very unorthodox. I've seen him make moves that I was like, wow, that was really weird. He called here, and then you raised here, and he's like, well, did it work? And well, yeah, it did, but it shouldn't have. He's like, well,
That's right.
I'm like, all right.
I said it a few minutes ago, and I think he's one of these guys that he's played a lot of poker in his life, and he's so situationally aware. He understands each little situation and how it relates to what he does.
He has
knows
a
how to
bracelet.
really put
No,
people in
He has a WSOP ring. Did you know
ring. Yeah, he's got a circuit
Not a
ring.
bracelet,
Yeah.
uh,
I was gonna say, wow, I didn't know he had a
that?
bracelet.
No, I meant ring.
Yeah. I knew he had a ring. Yeah.
I hurry up and corrected myself. I hoped you didn't
Okay.
hear me, but you did.
I was gonna say, wow, I didn't know he had a
A
bracelet.
bracelet too?
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
He's
He's just
seniors event about
he's got
2 or
such a
3
great
years ago.
feel for it. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like a up in Choctaw.
Yeah. I've played that seniors event a few times.
So Platypus has moved
older
ahead
than I
of
look.
Michael now.
Right. Judge has dropped down a little bit. He lost
Walter has a sizable lead.
Mm-hmm.
A sizable
does.
lead with that.
Yeah, 25 big blinds is a
go.
good sized lead here.
And we've still got like 2 minutes left on break.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the microphone off. What do you guys want to see out there? How about some chips? How about some points?
Mm-hmm.
Cloudbot, I'm going to pop up the stack size again.
I'm going to check in on Min here to see how
Right
he's
on.
doing here.
I'm going to go to loyalty, give everybody, what are we at now, 3,000? Okay, there you guys go, 3,000 chips. Points, not chips. I call them chips, but they are points. Six-handed at the final table. Let's go. Walter with a big lead over the judge. He got that lead by knocking out Lego first hand of the day.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that
looked
earlier.
back. Never looked back.
Wow.
He's got
Nice.
that Lego run good. Oh, and are we eating Korean food tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I was having Chinese a few minutes ago before we started this.
I'm so
I don't know about that.
wanting Korean food.
I've got to get up so early in the morning. I got to leave my house.
Are you gonna stand me up again?
I know. I did it last night. I feel so bad.
No, don't feel bad. I know I'm on a different sleep schedule.
Yeah.
I literally go to bed at 6
I'm so tempted to go. If this thing ends soon, I will. But if it goes long, then I'm not going to. 'Cause
All right,
I got to
okay.
leave my house at about 6 o'clock in the morning. So.
I'm text me. Odds are I'm awake.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like I went to bed yesterday at 7 a.m.
Oh, goodness, yeah. I have a gig on Sunday mornings. My
Right on. Let's go ahead and turn that table mic
yeah,
back
let's do
on.
that. I help out
You do the sound for a church?
the one of the churches over in Irving. I do their broadcast. They broadcast on YouTube and I think on YouTube and Facebook. I can't remember. I don't do the video side of things, but I do their audio for their broadcast mix. They have a whole separate studio room and stuff in there for me to come in and mix that.
So in Korea food. I'm trying to figure out what he's saying.
I don't either.
I mean, like he left out blanks, so I'm guessing it's a curse word.
He made it back. Oh, trust me, I would have got it.
Oh no, men's down to 6th place. All right, man, you can still do this. We saw Lego do it, so get some Lego run good over there, man.
All right.
Okay.
Judge under the gun with an ace. Lets it go.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh, it is for sure. It is.
His stack depth. He doesn't need to be playing that kind of hand.
No. See, limping strategy
Yeah.
from 6 killer.
Yep.
A raise,
here.
a min raise would have worked. Jack 4 is folding, Queen 5 is folding. He picks up the pot.
Right.
What did you say? Something about Korean food? I couldn't hear it. We're going and having Korean food after this is the plan. Ace deuce 9. He hits top 2.
All right, we gotta just
Running good.
we gotta incorporate this limping strategy because it's working.
I don't do it.
I don't do it, but see, Gary seems to be a master of it here. Oh, men's all in with ace 10. Oh no.
No call. Blinds and nannies. Let's go. 6 killer's got a hammer lock on this. Platypus needs exactly a queen. Good check. Wow. Checks around twice, and Platypus falls for it with second pair. 6 killer's going to come in with a raise now. Big raise. Platypus has second pair, no kicker, no club. He's not going to put any chips into this pot. So, good job flop. Good job checking your ace, Gary, because you did get Platypus to give you an extra 20K.
Mm-hmm. Now he's hit a queen, but got some clubs out there, which is a little scary for
Platypus.
Platypus.
Yeah.
But I don't think Gary's going to do anything. But
No.
yeah,
Platypus didn't. He hasn't shown me anything that made me think he was even contemplating calling.
right. I agree with that.
I mean, he was just a little bit annoyed that he put out 20K, but it was that's 100% what I would have done. Do we still have a lot of Platypus fanboys in the chat?
We still have some for sure.
Yeah. I think I was wondering if we might have left. They might have left us on break and not made it back yet. Hand 35. Bijan wakes up with ace 8 suited. He is more aggressive. He's going to come in and make it 25 to go.
Yeah, I would think so.
2 raises to 30,000.
30,000. A little bit bigger.
Michael might just ship it here. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a jumper, King says.
Got a jumper.
Yeah. And I think, unfortunately, Bijan's going to have to call. He has literally no choice about it, I don't think.
All right, there they are. All of the guys came back. Boom, boom, boom. Lampardo says Team Platypus. Let's go. It's too much. Bijan's not calling. Plat attack. Let's go.
He might call suited ace. I don't know.
What does Platypus need to do to win the tournament?
Get all the chips.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Is that the way this
That's
works?
how it works.
Okay, I was
That's
just
how it
making
works.
sure.
All right. Hey, for all of you new people in the chat, let's take a glance at these payouts.
Oh, no. You hit the wrong
that's
one.
cumulative winnings.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these payouts. I am team no chop. I want to play for the end. What do you guys think? Tell me about your boy Platypus. Hey, for the record, I love Perry the Platypus. Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Great cartoon. I know Six Killer doesn't mind chopping. He's really player friendly. He'll do
Yeah.
whatever the table wants to.
And I know that the judge would not object to a chop.
Right.
But we're hoping that it gets a little deeper here.
So I don't know Michael at all. I don't know Platypus at all.
You're right. Yeah, I think maybe if it gets three-handed, they'll probably chop, I would guess.
I think they might even chop for him.
They might do 4. But 3, I suspect they would definitely. I would be surprised if they played it past 3.
The way they were all willing to alter the payouts to give 7 and 8 both $300 off of first and second,
Right.
I feel like this is a chop-friendly
Yes.
table.
That's a good sign for sure.
Where,
I think this is going to be one of those hands that whoever fires at it first is going to get it, yeah.
yeah.
Even though Walter did have the best hand, still,
No, you're not calling.
this is one of those
Yeah,
spots.
Pujan's not calling with...
Walter's been playing really well here. He's been aggressive in the right spots and winning pots, and he's playing really well here.
What's your name, JSCO? Because it's just awkward to call you JSCO constantly. Beautiful.
Yeah, we got
Hey, are we
Derek in
doing
the
Korean?
chat with us.
What? Oh. Well, Frank, now I do have to worry about the price because Eddie's not coming to lose CCR. They told me the Korean place is expensive, and I said, "What have I done in the last 6 months that makes you think I'm going to pay for a meal?" Zeus. All right, I'm going to call you Zeus now.
Derek, you got Tiny here in the booth. It's me and Eric tonight.
Oh, Mo J. If Bajan checked there, oh my goodness, he would be my hero. I am going to call you Zeus now because it's way easier to say than JSCO. So if you're trolling me and your name's like Fred or something, that's fine. I'm going to call you Zeus. All right, the judge on the button with an ace.
That's really good. Taking advantage of his position and
Michael,
stuff.
he's got king queen.
He might. He's at least going to call.
Yeah. I don't hate that at all. Zeus says, "Hey Tiny, hey Eric, let's go."
He flops it.
He's got a gutter for
a gutter.
pin.
Yep. Backdoor.
Judge
clubs.
has top pair, no kicker.
But, he gets checked too. I think he has to bet here.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to bet here.
Continue, deny some equity.
Yeah,
clubs
absolutely.
out there, straight, two straights out there.
I bet about $25K here.
Yeah. See, so what he did last time was he's in his working area.
Right.
And King was Micah was warning him, be careful
bringing it forward
in your working area
right.
because some people might consider that forward motion,
right.
and that's a bet.
And he gets called. That's interesting.
Wow. Oh, that's bad for Michael.
Oh, yeah, that's real bad. But now the judge can't like it, though. He cannot like the fact that he got called here.
No, he's got no
kicker problems here.
The king, he might actually.
But he may put him on a flush draw, too. So I think okay. I think he's doing exactly the right thing here, continuing to bet. Looks like he's got about 55 there. Yeah, that's a good bet size. It's a good bet size. 45,000.
Really good bet.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet size, too. I think Michael's in a really tough spot now.
Michael rips it right now, because he's got a pair and a gut shot. He can with a king, a queen, or a 10. He's got 9 outs. We can see he's only got 6 outs. So where it says 20, he's actually got about, let's say, 12%.
Right.
So he's in really bad shape, but he looks so good with hitting that king.
And this is good, and I think the judge is going to pick up on the fact that Michael is in the blender here a bit and can perceive that he's showing some weakness here. If the judge is really kind of paying attention to what's going on here.
Oh, for sure he is.
So he's picking up on this, and unless some weird card comes off
45
there.
is a very small bet. He's getting, what, 3 to 1? 4 to 1? 4, 8, 12, 16.
Yeah, he's getting
4 to 1 on his money, which is just about what he needs.
So
it's very close.
He's, in terms of real outs, we know that he only has 12%.
We know he has less.
But
but he doesn't.
Sitting there, he knows that he's got 9 outs.
Yeah.
And 4 to 1, 20%. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's exactly the exact amount.
So close. Favorite dart players? I don't even know what that means.
Darts.
Like I don't watch darts.
I don't either, but I wouldn't know. I've seen it, but I don't know who plays darts. Okay. Oh wow.
Well,
so I think now you can definitely put him on a draw here, pair draw situation. If you're the judge and he does not get there, but the jack is going to be really scary though.
Yeah, it's going to go check.
Yeah.
I'll bet all the money that the judge is just going to check back. I lose.
Oh, yeah. That's a great bet. Wow. Yeah, when Michael checked to him, he can bet. So, yeah. Good job, and he doesn't have to show his cards, too. Well done.
I chicken out and check back if I'm the judge.
Yeah. That is one of those spots that I have struggled with.
That is a weakness of mine.
It is a weakness of mine too. Yeah, me too. I oftentimes not get those thin value bets in. So that was well done by the judge.
What he might have been excited about was, I'm chopping now with a king kicker. If you have an ace, I'm not afraid of my kicker anymore.
Good.
Now we both got ace, ace, jack, jack, king. Let's just pile it in, chop it up.
Yep.
That
You know what?
might have been what he was thinking
I think
about.
that's exactly what he was thinking about.
He wasn't thinking, man, I hope you don't have a jack. Because if you called on the turn with third pair,
Yeah. that'd
God
be
bless
tough.
you. You get there.
That's true. Especially after he made, bet there.
Snake bites ARN2. I don't know what that means. Snake bites and RN. Like registered nurse? That's all I can think of, and I don't know what snake bites is. You guys are using codes I don't know. Like, I don't follow any sports at all. Let's pop up some stack sizes real quick. I don't even know that XFL was a real thing. I thought it was like arena football or something.
No, that's the.
Arena football, is that still around? That was like 20 years ago. Do you remember
No,
that?
I remember arena football.
Yeah.
I don't
It was
know
like
that.
WWE.
But they
football.
did the XFL for a while, then it quit, then they brought it back last year, and so they're really trying to make a run at it here.
Is that like a real football? Like outside 100 yards, stuff like that? Okay.
Yep.
So just like junior varsity type thing?
It's pro level, but it's
like-
kind of
but like not NFL
not
level.
NFL.
Got it.
Yeah, and they do some different things with it.
What are you looking for, boss? Truck keys.
Oh, I haven't seen any keys here, bud.
No, and I didn't do it this time. Those are car keys. I don't know. Check out front. Back to the action. Bajan in the cutoff makes it 25,000. Action's going to fold around, and Walter does call 15,000 with
interesting.
9.5. That's something I do.
Sean's still with the best of it here. I think he probably knows that. Get checked two in this spot. It's just an auto bet. Yeah. With ace queen.
Walter's play has been questionable at best. Walter has my support. He's not getting any more from me. Oh, that's an inside joke where Lego busted first hand of the day to Walter. So that's why Zeus, that's why he said that. Lego says it's pro for sure, XFL. Okay, I
Right.
follow no sports. At UFC, poker. If you come to my house and the TV's on, it's either got UFC on
Okay.
or it's got poker on.
Okay,
and
that's
there's
fair.
nothing
That's
else.
fair. Well, I actually enjoy college football more than the NFL, but
I
I love college football.
enjoyed UFC before there were so many fighters in it. Now it reminds me of college football.
Oh, okay.
Like in 2013 when there was 80 fighters and you
Right.
knew all
You
of
knew
them.
everybody, okay.
And they fought every 6 months or whatever. So
Right.
and then I went on tour for a couple of years and I came back and I was like, who are these guys? Zeus, let's talk UFC. I would have been way better talking UFC 10 years ago. Now I'll say something stupid like John Jones
Yeah.
is
here we
my
go.
favorite fighter.
Yeah, here we go with Six Killer again on the button, just limping here, hoping to catch somebody. I don't blame him a bit.
I raise if I'm 6'.
Yeah, I mean I do too, but I
5'6".
just but he's playing his style for sure.
Exactly. So Bajan hits a flush draw.
Yep.
Walter actually has the best of it with a two pair,
Right, but equity wise, he's behind.
way behind the flush
Yep.
draw.
And the two overs.
Yeah. So
It's a little more even now that
spade,
got rid of everybody.
8, a 10. Ken Shamrock, I like it. Are you Yankee Jim's son, Jason?
Oh, but John fires at it here. That's interesting.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't
I
you?
love that board.
And Walter's going to bet here. He knows he's got the best hand. Wow. But now we saw Bajan in this same kind of position a little while ago where he made a big raise, but this is the river, so it's a little different situation.
This is different.
Yep. That king can change everything.
And Walter did bet the flop and then check call. I think Walter played that hand well.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's played very, very well here.
I don't know the man who folds the nuts.
All right, I think there's a joke in there that I don't know, so
We're
that's
playing
fine.
Crazy Pineapple a couple months ago.
Right.
Yankee Jim is heads up. Flops a straight. Crazy Pineapple, you get 3 cards pre-flop, and then
Right.
you fold 1 card. And he flops the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 cards straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right?
Okay.
Flops it. The other guy has the 6, 8 to also flop it.
Okay.
Well, he accidentally holds his 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instead of his 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, no.
And for all in. I love Yankee Jim, by the way. He's great. Walter raises on the button, takes down the blinds and nannies.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing. Jason says the 8. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's
It's easy to do sometimes, you know?
Oh, I actually did it too.
Yeah?
In my head, I was like, oh no, he's got. And Craig was in here with me. Goes, what do you mean? They both got the same straight. And I was like, oh, yeah, they do. Okay.
And then he folded the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oops.
And then he mucks it, and I'm like, oh. And we're on the delay, so I can't even say anything for 15 minutes. Because 15 minutes later, I see it.
Right.
6 killer with 2 10s. This is a spot where he's going to raise.
I would hope so. Michael with 8 big blinds
He's
here.
got
He
8
might
big
just
blinds
ship
with
it
suited
here.
ace 8. He I don't
I think
hate
that's a ship.
shipping it.
I think it's a ship. It's
He made it 40.
if I run the numbers on that ace 8 is going to show to ship it there.
He's definitely committed. He put in half his stack. 6 killer can make it. Everything.
Yep. Yep.
There we go. It's going to fold around. Michael's going to call. 6 killer's going to show him the bad news. Bajan might come in with the ace 10. He does not. Easy call for ace 8. Now, Michael's in bad shape because, like I said, Bajan just folded an ace.
Yeah, he should have put it in before, but yeah, ace 8 is easily in the range here. Just looking at, I knew that it hit anyway, but I did
I'm
verify
shipping
it.
ace 8
Yeah.
under the gun with 8 big blinds,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
With a fist pump. I'm
Yeah.
loving that
Yeah,
spot.
absolutely. I'm jumping up and down going, let's go. But I think it all gets in here anyway, so it's fine. It wouldn't have made any difference in terms of the outcomes here, but just in terms of your overall strategy, suited aces, it's under 10 big blinds.
KQ9. Here's another 9.
Yeah, it looks like an ace and an ace only.
Yeah. Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get there.
Eliminated.
Well played, Michael. Very, very well played.
We got one down, you.
All right. No, it looks good. Okay, I'm going to go make sure Layla's out there, and she might not know. Oh, she does. Never mind. Good job, Layla. The 5, I didn't know if she was going to know to correctly do that, and either Eddie helped her 10 minutes ago, or she does know to do that.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
So we've eliminated one more here. Let's take a look at these payouts now. So Michael out with 856, got a nice little pickup there for his efforts. Profited $556 if he only bought in once. So now we've.
Yeah, he was. I'll tell you what, most people would be jamming as fast as they could. Yeah, he did. He picked them well. He just didn't catch it at one time.
Min is 4th in chips with 4 left.
Yeah, all right.
All right. That's a nice payout.
So Bajan raises to 30,000 with King Jack, 6 killer with Ace 10, making some alligator tears, crying that he just got these chips, doesn't want to play the hand. Oh no, this is horrible. Okay, I call.
If I'm Majan and I hear all that, I'm like, oh, I'm in deep trouble.
Folding right now. I'm just gonna. Never
let's
mind.
go ahead and toss it in.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Trey,
You know you're behind.
Oh.
Oh wow. You
Wow.
know that's a nice move there.
That's
I don't.
strong.
Yeah, because if you're 6-killer here, I don't see how in the world you can call.
No, that's
Even with the 2 overs and the backdoor straight
no,
draw here, it's just
nothing. Nothing. It's half your stack.
Yeah, it's just too much. Tough spot there.
Dang.
Jean played that so well.
He
Just
did.
knowing that given those circumstances again, he heard all that speech play,
Yep.
and he knows that Gary has a weak ace there, and he got away with it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. So, Zeus in the chat says Platypus just locked up 5th place money, and he did. He laddered up from 300 to 856 to 1,166. He's up $800 more than when he sat down at the table an hour, 2 hours ago. So good job, Platypus. Very impressed with your play so far. And let's check out these stack sizes after that hand. 6-killer busting out Michael in 6th place, but he didn't have a lot of chips. So he's still in the middle of the pack. The judge with the ace and the queen.
In the cutoff, this is going to be a good raise here.
The
Probably
blinds,
raise and take it unless something happens here.
yeah, blinds are 5 and 10. He can make it 25.
Yeah, I think 25 is exactly right here. Don't go too big. No reason to. You get same information. Oh, he's going big.
40.
9 raises to 40,000.
Yeah.
All right. Bajan with the Jack 7 suited.
You can do anything with that.
6-killer's not playing.
Yeah.
Walter's not going to play.
Well, yeah. And again, that's one of those spots where the same information, you get exactly the same information if you bet 20, 25K versus bidding 40K, and you don't put any more at risk. It does exactly the same thing.
Oh my goodness! You got a tight folder.
I think here though, the judge is not in the raise fold where he's going to put in 40K, and if you want to play for stacks, let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so
he's not afraid to do
it's-
that.
It's the
Especially now that we're in the
ace,
5th
queen,
place money.
5-handed.
Yeah.
He's really not afraid to do that. Where if you might fold to a raise, you don't want to make it so big, and you don't want to telegraph that you're going to do that. But in this specific situation, he's like, "You guys are short stacked enough that I'm just going to play for it all if you want." So
He
I
may come in again here.
don't hate it.
Looks like he's going 35.
9 raises to 35,000.
Yeah. Again, the other thing is that he's putting a huge amount of pressure on everybody.
He
with
is.
this.
He is.
And Gary's woke up with a hand here, which he can call,
Yeah.
but the judge still has 2 overs, and he doesn't know that, but he does.
So Gary's speech play, I'm only calling because I have the button. He's
Yeah.
trying to disguise the strength of his
Yeah.
hand. That hey, I don't have a real hand. I don't have a pocket pair.
Right.
I just have the button, so I'm just calling
Right.
because I have the button.
Yeah.
And the judge checks
But
the dark.
but if the judge makes any pair here, he's gonna
Yeah.
make a 6-killer in a
Queen
tough
6,
spot.
6-killer. This is so tough for 6-killer right now.
Yeah. I think this is a check back, frankly.
I bet if you check in the dark, that is so weak. I usually bet in the dark.
Oh, did he check in the
He
dark?
said check in the dark.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry, I missed that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Especially if I'm playing a cash game, if you check in the dark, I'm betting in the dark.
And
It's
he bet,
hilarious.
yeah, he bet 50K here.
I like
that's
it
a
into
big bet.
half a pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go. Give Platypus something he can play with. Ace, Ace Jack,
been
something.
dead here. He's been
6-7
card dead
suited.
here.
Come on. This has been really card dependent. Platypus is down at the bottom of the VPIP. He's at 19%, but that has been card dependent. He has not had anything to work with. He's got 8 big blinds. He's got to find a face card. He just had to give up a blind and an ante.
Yeah, he's in this spot now where suited connectors are very playable. Any ace is good.
Ace of Hearts exposed.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yep, unfortunately, he's got to take that one back.
All right, we'll see if that 9 seed gets the Ace of Hearts.
Yeah,
Don't ask him.
yeah.
Everybody saw it. The judge is like, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. It's right. I'll keep that one. Yeah, I don't know what else he had, but it was the Ace of Hearts there. Oh, goodness, we didn't see it.
Ace King of Hearts.
Oh, okay.
In the big blind.
he puts over there and says it's your fault. That's funny.
Now, here's something. And I'm not positive. Now, this is Alayla's. She's out there running it solo now. Careful. Careful, heavy elbows. If he has the Ace King of Hearts right now, she did not reset the action tracker. And
Looks like
we don't know what
correct.
anybody else had, but we know he had the Ace King of Hearts. So if it folds around to him or whatever in the big blind, these cards are from the previous hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
looks like.
it's not, so perfect.
And I think he's going to get a call here from. Yeah, he's definitely going to get a call here.
Platypus, I asked for Ace Jack. You gave me Ace 9, close
9.
enough with 8
you
big
have to call
blinds.
here.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You're already invested.
Yeah, you've
It's
already got
10%.
10 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
That's a call. All right, we're rooting for Platypus to hit this, to just hold.
Just
hold
hold.
one time. Let's go.
Got a call here, Lonnie.
You can't fold.
Yeah.
Not 2 face cards against a short stack
Right.
shove.
Right.
I mean, you could, but I don't think he's going to. There it is. All right.
Yeah.
We're ahead. Let's go. I say we like I know Platypus. I don't know any of them. All right, one time. Hold.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, hold. Let's go. No king, no jack.
All right, I got to root for my
Ace
buddy
on
here.
the flop. Oh,
Oh, there's the jack.
ace.
There's the jack.
Ace, 10, king. No. Oh, that takes away the ace of spades.
The spades are dead.
No, we're done.
Yeah.
Platypus.
Well played, Platypus.
eliminated.
Nothing you could do. You played exactly right.
Yep.
You laddered up a big one here, so well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, don't feel bad about that one. You get $1,166 for your efforts today. Hope to see you again. Great job. Come back. Sunday, we have a $130 tournament, Turbo Deepstack, 30K starting stack, 15-minute levels. That's a nice little tournament. Monday, 20,000 stack, 20-minute levels, $100 buy-in. Unfortunately. All right, they're four-handed now. They're talking ICM. Keep going. I got to tell King, do not stop. Let's go. So when I walked out there 10 minutes ago, I knew Platypus was going to bust.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he busted 5 seconds before that.
Okay. All right. Thank you for not telling me. It's more fun this way.
I do not spoil it.
Men all in with 5-5, we hear.
Let's go.
Big stack contemplating a call with Queen Jack off.
Oh, you got to call Queen Jack
Yeah,
off.
you do. Going to a flop. Thank you, Lego, for keeping us up to speed here. It's much appreciated.
Jack 7 picks up the small blind. We're off to the next hand.
Let's go. Flop ace, queen, 8. Still ahead. Oh, no, the
he's
queen.
not.
Oh,
Queen
there he
hits.
goes.
10,
8.
8. We're done.
Oh, no, 5.
Fourth,
Bummer for
fourth.
Min. Okay, well, Min finished it in 4th place. I saw the
what fourth
payouts.
place played?
I saw the payouts earlier, but I don't remember what they were. It's
gotta
pretty
be
good, though.
That's a good. That's
I think
a
first
big
place was like
tournament.
14 grand. So
Nice. That's a great tournament.
yeah, it is.
Starts
I
at
got to
10 a.m.
say, yeah, it goes all day, but it's a good tournament. We got to give them props.
Good
That's
job,
for sure.
man.
Yeah, well played, Min.
6,820.
Good job. That'll buy your beer for the next week or two.
Hey, you can lose a couple of CCRs now.
Min, you're buying dinner.
Oh yeah, Min, come back for dinner. Let's go. I just got a text from him.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Ace 8 on the button. Easy to call here. Although you are against Walter, who has a monster stack, so you don't want to get too crazy with it. But I think you have to call here. That's too strong a hand, 4-handed. Yeah. So what is Gary going to do here? Is he gonna bring it in too?
There's
Feels a little
120
thin.
in the pot. He only has to call 25. He's closing action. He's already got a blind out there. He's already got an ante out there. This is an easy call.
Okay.
With a suited king.
Yeah, I think.
Fourth place money. Yeah, he says I'm guaranteed $1,500.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And I just took away his leaning chair, so he doesn't want to be here anymore anyway. 4, 5, 9.
And the judge has
Six
the most
killer.
equity here.
6 killer has a 5.
Yeah. And the judge with a huge amount of equity with the hearts here. He's not going
This is
anywhere.
a good flop for pocket threes with a pre-flop raise and 2 callers.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
He's going 9 high. I'm in. You guys are calling with high cards.
Yeah, I think you got a call though.
Yeah, you're playing letters. I've got numbers. I love this. The judge is going to – I would raise if I'm the judge.
Yeah, I think I would too. I'd make it 150 and end this thing.
And I don't hate a call. If I
don't hate it either way, but I think I'd raise.
No. I mean, I'm sorry. If I raise, I don't hate a call.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, okay. Well, a little passive, but I think it's fine. I mean, he's. I think I'd be playing to win here.
Right. Let's let Gary in. That might be the other thing. Let's let Gary in for the 50K. I don't want to scare him off because I know I'm going to hit my heart every time. Right. That's like I already think I got the flush. So in my mind, if I flop the ace high flush draw, that's as good as a flush. I'm already counting the chips.
So an ace or a heart, and there it is.
Boom.
Now it's
Walter's
over
done
now.
with the hand.
Yeah, Walter's done with it.
He actually needs a deuce of clubs. Or any deuce that's not a
any
heart.
bet here and it's over.
A tray or a deuce that's not a heart.
I think he's probably going to bet about 100K.
It'd be a great bet. Ooh.
Oh, he bets 200K.
200s. He was going to call 100.
Yeah, he was.
Which would have been, I don't think he would have called 100. He acted like he was going to call 100. I like his hoodie, though. He's wondering, what did you call with?
Right.
Naked ace?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, he knows.
Never mind.
He's done. Well, that's pretty solid there.
All right, Judge, with that, they flip-flop
I was
positions.
going to say, I think they do, don't they? Yeah, the judge back up and
660. 6 killers, 315. Bajan, 215. Anybody's game still. Bajan doubles through the judge. He's got 30. The judge is down to 30. And, this is too tight to call. I'm really surprised they did like a 5-second. Do you guys want to ICM this? No. Next hand. And for those of you who are just tuning in, ICM, independent chip model, you take the amount of chips you have divided by how much money is left in the prize pool, and everybody splits it up according to their chip stack. Everybody takes the next payout, which would be 1522, and the rest of the the rest of the payouts you divide equally based on your chip stack.
Right.
6 killer, just getting the best hands in the final stretch of this tournament with 2 9s.
That's a good raise. And he's going to make it really tough on Walter here.
Makes it 60K.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, Walter's like, I got blue chips, tough guy. What are you doing raising 60K?
Well,
It's like,
and he could think that Gary's doing this super light. So, and he flops the
and he
best
could
of
flop
it.
a queen.
Yeah. But he can't like it, though, with the king out there and the straight draws out there like that. You know, everything's against him, but
6 killers checking.
he's going to check, yeah. I think this is
Walter's
the auto bet
betting.
here. Yeah, that'll
6
do it.
killers going to grumble and fold.
Yeah, he is.
You played that right. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
you did 6 killer. You played it exactly right. You just kind of, unfortunately, ran into a little bit of a spot here.
It happens.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
As Ali Najad would say, oh, boy.
Let's do this. Turn this up a little bit. I want to hear Gary talk.
He's staying quiet now.
He muttered something before.
Walter can't like this.
Not at all.
Now he likes it.
No.
Oh, yeah, I think he does because it's so much
It's
less likely
that he has
the
the king.
Yeah.
100% Walter's checking back, and I'm wrong again.
Yeah. What do we know? I actually kind of like this bet because now
It's
Now 6
less
killers.
likely that
6 killers is such a
Gary
terrible
has
spot.
a king.
Yeah. I mean, he had the straight draw before, so that may be why he made that call for the gutter ball, but he knows he's way behind now, no matter what's going on.
He might have also called thinking, you bet because I check. What do you do if I call?
Right.
Oh, you're going to bet again. Okay, never mind.
Never mind. Yep. We're done.
Yeah, we're done then.
I think that's going to put Walter back in the chip lead just barely, it
Tap
looks
that
like. Yeah.
stack button.
Let's see here. Yeah, it puts him just ahead there, just one big blind, basically.
15K. Exactly one big blind ahead of
Yeah,
him.
so
6 killer drops down to 12.
so we've got this huge disparity here now.
12-14
Between these-
versus 45-40.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? That's probably why the judge shut down the chop talk. He's like, no. You
Yeah.
know what? I mean, I don't
Yeah, he
want to
knows-
get. I already gave you guys $300.
Right.
I'm not giving you any
Not
more.
giving you any more. I don't blame him. I think if it got down to 2 people, he probably would, but he's got these short stacks. He wants
he's
to
like,
eliminate at least
let's-
one more
yeah.
person here.
And he, when they got down to 4 players, Bajan was short and the rest of them were pretty the same. And he's like, you know what? Hey, let's bump out this short stack, and then we can talk.
Yeah, I think that's
And now
where it's
6
at.
killers short. He's like, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
knock out both of these short stacks,
Right.
and then we can talk.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where it's at.
Platypus fans still in the chat. Great to have you. Did you click like yet?
I hope you did.
I need likes. I need shares. I need comments. Smash that like button.
Yeah, I got to say, RC, I agree with you.
Great performance by the Plat.
Platypus did play very well.
He was card dependent a lot of the time, but he didn't make any mistakes. He got in bad a couple of times, but those were not mistakes. The judge and the Platypus are old friends. Mark, we was talking about same place I was. Gooey, George Bush, Denton, 5 minutes from your place. I love that even more now. Excellent. And it's open till 3 a.m. I love it. If you tell me they have lingerie Saturday like they do at Twin Peaks,
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
I'm just kidding. I don't even care about that.
That's funny.
Uh-oh. Walter, the Q, and the 13 likes. Guys, what are you doing? You're hurting me. That physically hurt me. There's 29 viewers right now.
Now, what do you do here? I think that this is a min click because you want to drag him in.
I don't mind a min click.
Okay, that's gonna just eliminate
30K.
it. Yeah, that is a min click.
70's too much.
Oh yeah, he went 60. Yeah, that's too much. It's an easy fold now. He eliminates everybody.
Yeah, he should have went like 35.
Yeah, I think 30 or 35 and drag these guys in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in position like this, you can make it smaller
Right.
because you have position for the rest of the hand. If he was in the small blind, I would make it bigger because he is out of position the entire hand, and it's harder to play. So I don't mind making it smaller when you're in position, like
Okay.
on the button, and your hand is so strong you don't
Yeah.
need a lot of protection.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. You actually want one of those guys in here to try to eliminate them. Let them catch a pair, and you just get rid of them.
RC says, I was wondering if they were. I could see a connection between the platypus and the judge. Adrian
Okay.
says, let's like this stream. They do an excellent job here.
Thank you,
Thank you
Adrian.
for that, Adrian. I appreciate it. And I agree with you. We do an excellent job here. Jim said, bro, chill out. I liked it. Bajan with the ace queen. 11 big blinds. In the small blind, here's where I want to see a big raise.
Yes.
I got one more in me, that's it. I got one more in me, that's it.
Yeah, he's going to fold there. And now Bijan make a good size, healthy raise. Of course, he's only got 11 big blinds. He could easily ship it here.
For sure.
And Six Killer
I
might
ship
call.
it.
He might get called.
Not for 11. He's going to get called for a smaller bet. But that's a good bet. I like it.
I think that's an all-in for sure.
Yeah, he said if I had more chips.
I mean, he's only got 10 big blinds.
No, he's not going to bust
I don't
out.
think
He's not
he's
going
gonna
to call
bust out.
off his
Yeah.
tournament with Jack 10.
Yeah, probably not.
Especially if he folds, he gets to see the next few hands for free. And hopefully the judge or Walter can take out Bajan. And he can ladder up again. It's another $700. King just told Benny, I got one more. One more. He's got one more down he's going to play. The judge really has good uncle energy towards the plat. All right. I didn't read that much into it. I guess I didn't notice as much. I do love that they're playing it out four-handed, but like we said, with the disparity in trips, I don't expect them to chop.
Right. I don't either. To get to 3, maybe.
Unless one of those short stacks doubles through the other short stack and it gets a little closer and they get down to three-handed. But if it stays with big, the judge and Walter way above in chip stacks, I don't see them giving any quarter.
Yeah. And given the small blind, big blind relationship or positioning here of the two small stacks, we could see a blind versus blind all in, and I think everybody's aware of that.
See, now here, Six Killer with the Jack 10 doesn't mind getting it in.
Mm-hmm. And when you're opening here from the small blind,
Jack 10,
that's actually an all in there with 10 big blinds.
the judge gave me a ticket. Is he really a judge?
No.
Okay. I mean,
No, he's not.
I don't know. I know some judges.
No. That's another friend of ours.
Okay.
Yeah, we all know. Steve and Lonnie been friends for decades.
Got it. See, you guys in your inside jokes that I don't know. Come up to Minnesota where I know everybody. Do you think the judge thinks the plat is cute?
I have no idea.
All right, we are off the rails.
We are off the rails here.
Six Killer folds his button. Walter with a 6-8 suited. I don't mind a raise. Let's make it. I don't love a call.
Yeah, I think they turned me.
I don't want to let the judge have a free one. Now you give the judge the opportunity to raise with his king high in the blinds. I'm raising
Yeah, I
Right
think
there
that's a
from
raise
the-
always, yeah.
either one of those spots. I'm
Although,
raising.
against the other big stack, I
That's
guess
true. That's
you
true.
know, I mean, there is that in play. And he
The
flops a
judge
7.
does hit a 7.
And he goes against
Walter
the
needs an
gutter
8 or a
ball.
9.
Mm-hmm. It's a gutter ball. 8, 9.
I think they just check it down.
I
The
think
judge
it might go check.
take a small bet,
Yeah, he's going to check, yeah. That feels right.
Puts a third club out there that is irrelevant, but Walter's going to.
I think
bluff
he's going to
at
get a
it.
call here.
Doesn't look like it. The physical tell.
Yeah, you're right.
is I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a club because you would have bet that. Ooh, he might. He might.
Yeah.
Oh, good read.
Yeah.
You must know him.
Yeah, I think Walter's going to just gulp right here, but yeah. So that does put the one-liner out there, and he's going to fire at it again.
Oh, he's going to get called.
I think he's going to get called here all day long, I'm pretty sure.
But
Well, there are 3 clubs out there. That's a little scary, but
nope. He's not afraid of the flush because if he had a flush draw, he would have bet the flop.
yeah,
I
so.
think.
I think
If
so.
I'm the judge, that's what I think.
And it's a relatively small bet in reality.
This is a pretty easy call.
Yeah,
and
I think so too.
you know,
I mean, that's only 3 big blinds, and I think that's where you just say, okay, fine. It's only 3 big blinds, and you want to.
I like that he's. Oh, I lose again. Man.
All right, so that's the first significant mistake that we've seen at the table here today. Really,
I agree with that.
I think most of the time everybody's done pretty good things,
And-
but that was a pretty significant one. I mean, although you put him in a tough spot because it's blind versus blind, and there's
You
a
really-
straight draw out there, the flush is there, so, you know.
What's up? Okay. Never mind. I'll be ready.
Eric stepped out of the booth, so I'm flying solo here for a second. Four-handed, an ace, short, stacked. I think you could have even just shipped it there, frankly.
I need to pull up this spreadsheet because we got those guys that won leaving.
Okay. Well, looky here now. We've got 6 killer with a pair, and the judge managed to flop a full house here.
Oh, wow.
And I think Gary's going to end up calling here. I don't know that he can fold here yet.
He's got.
Yeah, he
you
called.
can't put him on an 8 at all, and I've
No, you
got the
can't.
ace kicker. So if you do have a 4, I got you out kicked.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is a check. Of course, he's going to get checked back, I suspect, though. So
I would
that better
definitely
be-
check back if I'm the judge because you're not afraid of anything.
Yeah, you're not afraid of anything. I agree. You're going to hope that Gary's aggression is going to stick around here.
I thought you were thinking.
100K in the pot.
Good
Check. Yes. Yes.
Good. Check.
I sure thought he was thinking.
Oh,
Oh, no.
it's done.
Oh, no.
It's done.
Yeah, and he's going to raise and get the bad news.
Wow.
I don't want to look out there. Oh, wow, that's a huge overbet.
Well, I mean, there's no option. 6 killers out.
He's got to.
You got a boat.
Yeah, but
The only thing that beats you is an 8.
Yeah.
You're never folding.
Yeah. Gary can't feel good about
He
it.
hates
though.
it.
He hates it.
He hates it because he has the underboat.
Yeah.
But you can't fold there.
Right.
You just wrap the table. If you got the 8, good game.
Yeah, I think so.
That's it. He hit the 1-outer.
You know, the thing is that the fact that he hasn't called yet.
He's that good.
That's incredible.
he's thinking
I just
he's that good.
shoved them chips in so fast I couldn't keep my head on.
That's the only card that gets the judge paid. He hit the 1-outer that gets him paid. Any other card, and he folds, he does call. We're done. Bad news. I got a boat. Oh, ugly for 6 killer.
Wow.
Well played, Gary.
Yeah, nothing
It's
you can
always
do
a pleasure
there,
to
man.
have you here.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Nothing you can do.
GG. You got it.
Yeah. Wow. Well done. Yeah.
Got one One down.
It's good playing here.
All right, so let's take a look here at our stack sizes here now. So the judge back out in front, and that hand kind of played itself there. Let's take a look at those payouts. 6 Killer walks away with $1,500. So, but they're still playing, so. So judge in here with ace-7. Looks like he's going to figure out what's going on here. It's on the button. I think this is definitely a raise all day long. Go ahead and raise it up there. Oh, he just calls. I think I'd have raised any ace three-handed here. You gotta go ahead and go with it. Yeah, because this is exactly what happens. You get the other two guys in there. Now you have no idea where you're at. If you raise there, you win the hand every time. And he gets a 7, so he's gonna, just end up getting another big hand here.
20,000.
I'm sure he's going to call here. Yep, he does.
I'm sorry.
And I think that's probably going to do it. Bajan will probably just shut it down here. I'd be surprised if he continues. Yeah. I think in this spot again, you can bet here because you're so far ahead. You don't have to worry about anything chip-wise. So any bet you make will do it. He's going to get another one. And the judge wins another one. Just continuing to stack up the chips here three-handed. Walter's not terribly far behind, to be honest with you, given the stack sizes here. So he's fine, but they're going to eliminate Bajan, and then they might just chop it up. I don't know. We'll see.
Line's gonna come quick now. It's on 3 of y'all.
Yeah. King says the blinds are going to come fast. There's like 3 of you. That's true. They're going to go quick.
All right, we got a jumper.
All right, I got a jumper, he says. I don't know. I think this is kind of on the line here, but given the number of blinds it is, I think you might have to call here. I don't hate that fold, to be honest with you, because he's the short stack and you don't want to give him chips, so don't give him chips. We got 30 of you with us here so far. Sure do appreciate it. It's getting late into the evening. Our Saturday Deepstack. These guys have been playing since about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so they're probably getting a little bit tired here. Now the judge wakes up with kings. I think he can just make a little raise here and end this thing in a hurry. Which he might just flat and let Bajan do something goofy here. Oh, that's your Bajan just going to check here. You're going to just hope that he hits something here. And Bajan does not hit a thing here. I think this is going to be a check, yeah. He might just check, yeah. Still, Still another. He might bet here. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to make a little bet here. He's going pretty good size there. Yeah, he overbet. Of course, Bajan doesn't have anything, so he has to fold here. All he's got is a gutter ball. And with his chip stack, he can't do anything. If he goes all in here, he's going to get a call. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, folks, hit that like button. We need your help here. There's 27 of you in here. You've been hanging with us this long. No excuses not to have 27 likes. Reach over there and hit that like button. Doesn't cost you a doggone thing. Doesn't hurt at all. Three-handed here. Everybody's getting at least $2,200. Oh, it's a little slow there. Let me pull that back up here real quick. Everybody's getting at least $2,200. Bajan may get some good news here because the judge is definitely going to click this, I'm sure. Yeah. And Bajan's just going to ship it here. Yeah. And they'll probably do it. I don't see the judge calling here. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, his hand, even though mathematically it's not terrible, but I don't know that he's going to do it or not.
Down to 3 now.
He's thinking about it.
160.
But do you want to give the small? Do you want to give the short stack any chips? I don't think you do. I think you want to just say, well, crap. But then again, you can eliminate him here too. So there you go. Yep. Well, he does have some equity. It's 60-40, so it's not a terrible situation. With his chip stack, I think this is okay. All right, here we go. He's a 7 or a 6, and look at this. He does not get it. The diamonds are in play. One more card. Bang. And Bajan doubles up. Back to 23 bigs. And now Bajan can not have to sweat quite as much. Take a look at these stacks again here. Oops. So the judge still got a good chip lead here. And but Bajan has certainly made some headway. Now he's in a position where these other stacks have to pay attention to him. Even though he's the short stack, he can put a lot of hurt on them. And I think that they recognize that now. So this may go for a little while longer.
Lines up next hand, fast. 10, 20, 20.
Yep, lines are going up. You may have heard King say that there. 10, 20, yeah, 10, 20, 20. That's going to make it really tough on the Bajan here now. He's going to get back down the short stack again. Unless he can win one.
2 raises to 35,000.
And the judge with ace-8 suited here is absolutely going to call. If he was, if I was in his shoes, I would raise this for sure. I would go big here. I would probably make this 75 to 80K. He's just going to call. Yeah, I would have liked to raise right there. I think that's a raising spot. You can squeeze that. You might have gotten a call, but I think you get some folds out of it. And now he's, flopped the nut flush draw, so he's not going anywhere. And I think you should bet here. If you're the judge, you need to bet there. Well, I think that again, I think that's definitely a betting spot. because you allow that to happen, which is what you don't want to have happen here. But he's going to call anyway. But I think that the smarter play would have been to bet. I think that would have been a much better play. I think he eliminates everybody in that spot then. Bam. That's that. Well, you know, the thing is that Bijan can't really do anything. He doesn't have a pair, doesn't have anything. So anything that the judge does now, he's, you know, doesn't matter. He might check, but I think Bijan will check back. He's shown a propensity to check when he has the nuts, so we'll see. Okay, you know, he says he's all in, so. But that's going to be that. Of course, that bed does look really, really bizarre. But I don't think, you know, if he had a pair, he would call for sure. But it just looks so bizarre. I don't know how you can call here. Yeah. And the judge gets pretty much all the money that he lost that hand. Well, not all of it, but he got a good bit of it back.
Lines are up, guys. 10, 20, 20.
All right, so now the blinds are going up here. That should get updated here with this action.
No, you good. It's 10. You're, I'm 10. Yes. They don't go.
Still three-handed. They're continuing to play. I suspect if we get an elimination, though, they'll probably chop it, I would guess, just knowing the players that are involved here. But this could be a big one right here.
Raise.
Yeah. Oh, boy, he makes a big raise here. Wow, a 5X raise. Wow. That's a big raise. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a call here, but I don't know. It's a tough spot. Well, let's see what happens here. If some weird flop comes out here, one of these guys is going to win a big one. Oof. Well, the judge certainly flops the best of it. Walter's got the straight draw, and he's going to bet. He's going to get some bad news here. Now, there's, you know, two ways to look at this, but honestly, I think I would raise here. Yeah. Yep. But he does not. He just calls. But he's going to win a big one here. And now Walter is in big trouble. I think he's going to get called here. That's that, yeah.
1,006 calls.
Yep. And he wins a big one. Wow. Now the judge has a commanding chip lead. Yep. Let's take a look here. That's going to make it really tough here. Yeah, he's got 60 big blinds, 59. So he's got a huge lead here.
Just like my vision with my contact.
So I think he's got to feel good about that. He played that hand really well.
Man, who you tell? I've been seriously thinking about going to get lazy. I mean, I know this.
Yeah, spades slowed them both down. You're right, Lego. That's exactly right.
I'm just like, hell, in 20 years, I ain't trying to read.
Yeah, Walter has a pretty good aggressive frequency here. Looking at it on the stats, he's 35%, but they're all above 30%, so, you know, they're all pretty aggressive here.
No.
Judge King 7, that is the... So we could see some all-in and a call here. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Jack 10 is a little thin here, but he's contemplating it.
225,000.
Three-handed. Yep. Wow. There we go. Okay, well, we could see the end of this thing real quick here. This might be it. This might be it. Okay, so the 10 ball rolls out, so Walter is ahead, and that's probably going to do it. The 7, well, now he's got some more outs now, but that's going to do it. So they're down to 2. I'm going to be real surprised if they don't if they don't chop this at this point. So yeah. So now we're down to just these 2. As you can see, so I think they're probably doing ICM chop here. So yeah, so.
Are y'all doing ICM chop or y'all just, what are y'all doing? Even chop.
Oh, they're going to even chop it, he said. So 50, so 8, 41, 42. So yeah, they're both going to get about $4,200. So that's pretty good. All right, well, I think we're going to wrap this thing up here real quick. Thank you guys so much for joining us. They are going to chop this. They did talk about it. So he's just explaining what an ICM chop is here.
What it look like.
So it looks like they're going to count chips. They may actually do a an ICM chip here, an ICM chop, which would actually be much better for the judge for sure, because he's got such a huge stack. But they're both guaranteed they'll basically what they'll do is they'll both get the 3,064, and then they'll ICM. In other words, they'll count all the chips in play. Take that $5,138 that's left and assign a value to each chip in play to the $5,100, and then they'll figure out what the value is.
The ICM is 4,486 and 3,750. So you win
Yeah.
651. I don't know. It's up to you. You got to trust it. That's the number.
So even though they're going to chop it, looks like the judge does have the most chips. So it looks like he's going to end up with the largest value here for the ICM chop. So congratulations to him for winning this. I've known the judge for many years, and this was his first time here at Poker House Dallas, which is amazing.
You get an upgrade, 700. He's losing 5, your upgrade 7.
Yeah, but if you want to play, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, it's up to y'all.
Or if you want, you can offer.
Yeah, but it's also a flip. If I get one hand, you're crippled. So, well, I'm in a work spot.
I think, notice on me, but
Yeah.
probably if you offer a couple hundreds for 38 and 42, is
Either, so
If
what
you
he,
give me 39, I'll take 39.
39 and 40.
yeah, that's what I say. 39 and 42, 86.
Yeah, 42. Okay.
So
All right, so 3,942.86 for our winner. Congratulations to those two guys. That was well played, and I think that's going to do it for us here. I'm going to wrap it up here real quick and get this thing done. Eric has stepped out, so thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you all real soon. We'll have the Next Gen 2-5 game tomorrow. Be sure to check in for that. There'll be Nick and John in the booth. Don't want to miss out on that. It's always a fun game. Those two guys are great in the booth, and so don't miss out on that. On Monday, we'll have our 1-2 stream. I'll be back in the booth for that, Not sure who's going to join me yet, but we'll let you know, and you'll see that on the Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. So please sure to join us for the next couple of streams, and we'll see you guys all real soon. Thanks again. Good night.
Club.